7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. Alright, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, episode number 158. As you can see, we are back in studio and back by popular request because I know everyone has been crying in the comments. I have two co-hosts with me here. I have our usual co-host now, since you've gone ghost on us most of the time.
Yeah. You're making the dough, literally.
Oh, man. Future Pro Card holder here.
Oh, that's still a thing.
Oh, that's still a thing. We should cold call Rusty here and see how much of a thing this still is.
You guys talk about it still?
We can.
I told you guys the deal. If there's financial backing, I'll do it.
We'll find some. It's not that hard to find some
And we'll
money.
just blog the whole thing and whatever.
We'll be golden.
That's
So
what I
anyway,
wanna do.
first up here, Cole Ugetti is in studio with us. Cole, hey.
What's up, everybody?
And then also back the original, the OG co-host. Back by popular demand. We'll see how red I can get his face tonight.
How
Okay.
red is that sweatshirt?
I gotta see. I'll probably have to wash that microphone down by the end of the night because I'm gonna get you mad where you get spitting mad, going crazy at me.
Spit mad.
Spit mad, yes.
Well, now I have a microphone to spit into.
Yeah. Justin Hartzell. Justin, what's up, man?
Well, it's just another Sunday.
Long time no see.
I know, it's been like a month.
How is it flipping the dough? You know?
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Out there in the kitchen.
Everywhere.
When will you be able to take a step back?
Never.
Really?
It's fucked for life.
I'm not going to get into it. It's going to be a while.
Alright.
Oh,
Pizza
well,
business.
Pizza business. We should have got in
that.
that.
What?
Can we buy a franchise?
You got money stored away for that?
There's money everywhere.
Because you're going to probably need about like 250 grand.
The U.S. government's making money like printing it daily, so we're fine.
What, so you got 250 grand?
I don't have 250 grand.
Oh. I was
Huh.
gonna say, are you funding this? Are you funding the racing?
No, definitely not, man. Definitely not.
The amount of hours he's working, he could. I mean,
The
shit.
pizza pod. We should do the pizza pod.
pizza
Just talk
pod.
about what it's like to run a pizza business. That
Yeah,
would be
no,
interesting.
what we need to do is get some of that pizza money on this podcast, and then we would have some money. Call Tim, tell him, yo, bro, we need to peel off some of this Pizza Patrol money. Actually, do they have a national thing so we can get some national advertisement money? Because we're nationwide.
Jesus.
Are they worldwide? We could be like
No,
Prestige,
they're
worldwide.
not worldwide, but they're nationwide.
Oh,
Oh.
they're nationwide now.
Yeah, we have a redheaded stepchild in Georgia.
Why can't we? Well,
Uh,
see, why
and
can't
we
we
had
get some of
one
that
before.
national
Is his
advertisement
last
money
name
then?
Gracie?
No, it's not Gavin.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
good God. All right. Anyway,
There's a connection there.
so speaking of advertisement, let's get to the advertisements on this podcast here. So first up, we'd like to thank our presenting sponsor. We actually have two. Number one, they've been with us since the beginning. The logo's tucked behind Justin there because I do an awesome job at designing shit. TLR Coatings, Michigan's premier custom powder coating shop. Look them up, tlrcoatings.com. Look them up on all the main social media networks there to see some of the cool stuff they're doing. Powder coating, Cerakoting, vapor blasting. Actually, y'all see that motor over there?
Yeah,
That's a
one-
1982 CR250 motor. We're about to vapor blast. Shit's gonna be awesome.
I like that engine stand.
Fully restored. It's pretty dope, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
We should have put it on the table. That's what we should
should
have
have.
done. Anyway, also our other presenting sponsor, Premier Custom Trailers. Do you need a trailer? Either of you need a trailer?
Cole does.
Cole, you need a
For
trailer?
the Nationals.
He said he was taking his van.
You got a van?
Nope. I'm good.
Talking to the microphone.
You got a van?
You can turn your head, but you gotta turn your head around the mic and talk in it.
We should get a Mercedes-Benz.
I don't know. Maybe one of these days when we're all rich and famous, I'll need a trailer to put my Ferrari in.
I
I'm
just
buying
wanna
a
be
trailer.
rich. I don't want to be famous.
Why would you want a Ferrari? Lambros, dude.
Yeah, don't get into it with him. I've already talked about this with him, and just don't.
Anyway,
You guys
do you
can
need
keep-
it?
You
Well,
guys can keep your Italian car. Well, actually, I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Porsche's Italian, right? Porsche.
No.
No, it's German. Okay.
You did sound like an idiot there. You were correct.
Whatever. You guys can keep your Italian cars. I'm going Porsche.
Are you a fucking dentist?
This is
GT3.
not.
Are you a fucking dentist?
GT3.
Are you a dentist?
Continue.
Whose wife is 30 years younger than him.
All right. Anyway, do you need a trailer, commercial or residential? Premier Custom Trailers has what you need. They work with the best manufacturers in the industry and specialize in all your trailer needs. Sales, service, parts, or rentals. They do it all. PremierCustomTrailers.com, located 5 minutes south of Kalamazoo on US 131 in Schoolcraft, Michigan. They put the custom in customer service. I really need to make a commercial.
Can I
for them.
say two things about the first time I heard you say this?
Yes.
The first time I actually heard you do this, all I could think of is a furniture store.
I
And
don't
the
know what to tell
second
you.
and the second time, I was like, I really want him to be like do the God of Supercross when you do that. I don't know how we could do that.
Custom.
Oh, like do some thunder. And
Yeah,
some
remember
deep
like the
fucking-
guy who does the intro during
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Supercross?
yeah.
yeah.
It's Ken Roxon.
Those were the first two things I thought of when I heard that.
Also on board with us tonight,
Terrible.
JT Cycles. Cole, you were just at JT Cycles picking up that new gas.
That red KTM.
Uh,
I finally got the gas.
Did you ride that thing yet?
Yeah.
What's he gonna
with this great weather we're
Yeah,
having?
what's he gonna ride it?
No, I was actually supposed to go down south. I was gonna go to like Monster Mountain, and it was either
Alright.
Club MX or Monster Mountain. Last Thursday, I was gonna leave and get a couple days in, but didn't have the bike yet. Was gonna take the two-stroke, the LCR 250, and just rip that.
Sure.
And the chain tensioner bolt was seized into the swing arm because it is an O2. Let's face it, it's a dinosaur now.
To make this stuff, it's called
Finish
anti-seize.
Yeah, you can pull those out and put some PB blast in there.
Oh, dude, I tried. So
Did
long
you heat
story
it
short,
up?
took it to the machine shop. They got it out, whatever. But they lost the spacer that goes in where all the needle bearings are in the front, where the axle
Yeah.
type bolt slides through. Yeah, they
What
lost.
machine shop they are.
Yeah, they lost that spacer. Said they didn't have it. All this stuff. So
Sick.
didn't get to go on the trip. But the same day, I got a text that said, "Hey, your new gas is here." So
It's gonna be 40 this week. You gonna rip it then?
absolutely not.
Good
But-
call.
But no, I'm excited, man. I got that thing and got it in the garage. She looks good. Just kind of looking it over, all the differences. I actually made a video about it. Plugging my.
Are you gonna put an acropovic pipe on it?
No. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're gonna see the plan.
Which none of us
About
do,
the
so
plan.
it's fine.
What's that?
What?
What?
No, so I've just got a couple parts already around for it. I've got a set of black wheels from the Husqvarna. I've got my cone valves still. I've got the Alphamet pipe still,
Mhm.
but if you look at the header pipe on that gas, it's
Yeah.
way longer.
Yep.
Kind of like the Euro guys run.
Yep.
So I'd like to ride those pipes back to back and see what kind of difference there really is because of that. And then, yeah, man, just the bars are cookie cutter, cheap bars on it. So I got my Renthals. It does not come with the map switch on it. That's like $150 or something. You can add that on there. But I have my Vortex ignition. I'm just gonna put on there anyway. Got a Hinton clutch cover for it already. Basically, all I'm going to be putting on this bike is a set of graphics and everything else I had there already.
Is it staying red?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not. I tried looking cool with the whole Joe Exotic black plastic and deal on the Husky.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out the way I wanted to. So.
Well, just look for that gas this summer at the Nationals.
Yeah. I can't wait to ride it. But I do agree with you. The bars on those things look so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Like it looks terrible. It's like my daughter's Razor over there. Like looks cheap and terrible.
Yeah.
Wait,
So.
have you ridden Travis's 250F yet?
No, I only got it in November.
Oh, that's
I
right.
got it. We had one day.
Yeah,
So-
I haven't ridden a 20 on me, but I've ridden like a 19.
So you guys should do a vlog for both of the channels whenever you guys get a chance and like do a test.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be out at BCMC.
No,
real
yeah,
soon.
I got a few plans. Like I've got that 125. I've got my 252 stroke. I want to do like 125 versus 250. We could do YZ 125 versus YZ 250F. We could do.
So we're Jeff Walker now.
I mean, we could do all kinds of stuff.
Hey, let me ask you guys this, since you guys are more into the setup thing than I am. You think we can set that Yamaha up without me sending my suspension in and make it work for my fat ass? or do I really need to get that done?
Well,
I mean,
Funds are slightly tighter than anticipated going
where do
into
you
the
wanna
spring
go
here.
with this one? I was gonna say no disrespect, but I don't know if you're going the speed to where you're gonna feel a huge difference with suspension.
That's fine. I just want to set it up where it doesn't feel like shit or bottom out and fucking actually fuck
honestly,
shit up.
What's stock setting? You know what it's set up? for?
probably 175.
Tom Cooper told me 160 is
Yeah.
what they come
What's
set
you
up
got going over there?
about 210.
I mean, I'm gonna be real honest with you.
I'm hoping to be 190 by the time we start riding, but
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I think the best thing you can do is, and I've told you this before, just get it sprung for your weight,
yeah.
set the sag, and either get some triple clamps or a link.
Yeah, but the big the problem I'm having is even if I only send it in to get it sprung, it's still gonna cost me $800.
I mean,
Something
that's
like
the
that.
thing is you can only do so much, unless you're Justin Weeks' dad. You can only do so much with clickers.
Yeah.
So like, even if you're 190 and it is sprung for 165, that thing is gonna bottom everywhere. Because you're only gonna do so much with, hey, I'm gonna set the sag because then you're gonna be giving one thing for another. So, like,
So you're saying I should call Matt Mitchell and be like, hey man, can you change my springs out?
that's the best thing you can do is,
I
man,
mean,
because
some guys they have the tools and can just do it right in their own garage.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can
that's
do
what,
it.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it also depends on like where you plan on riding, because like you're only gonna see, even if you don't do it and you just like mess with the sag and like the fork settings, is when it's really choppy or deep sand. Like if you're riding it like
Redbud.
If you're riding at Ziegler, you're
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
yeah, you'll be fine. But if you go out to Redbud, even for like a practice day,
Yeah.
you're gonna be bottoming.
We're gonna be at Redbud.
Yeah,
a
you're gonna
lot.
be bottoming everywhere.
Because like I have to send the stuff in off the 450, like
Yeah.
that I just have to do. But it's like, man, if I could not incur that cost on the 250F too right now, so I mean, dude, there's just a lot. I got like buying a P Dub. P Dub's got to be all redone because let's face it, you can't buy a fucking P
Going
Dub
straight
right
to
now.
Pro Flow.
It is actually, because let's face it, you can't buy a P Dub right now for shit. Like you should see this clapped out one I'm buying. It's terrible. And then yeah, so then that's got to be all redone. The 450's over there. That's not anywhere close to being done. The motor's done. Motor's fucking prime, but
I would just say, like I said, if you don't want to spend a lot of money to have somebody do it, just get it sprung and then do either some clamps or a link.
Yeah, and you can call Factory Connection and be like, hey, I'm thinking about getting my bike sprung. What kind of spring should I buy? They'll tell you what spring rate to do, and they'll just tell you that stuff right on the phone, and then you can take it and do it yourself or have somebody local do it.
okay. Well, I'll talk to Matt then, and when I call, because the 450 stuff's going to Factory Connection anyway. So
Because the last thing you want to do is be going through the rollers, even at your speed at Redbud, and have that rear shock pack on you, and then just send you to fucking
the moon.
Like you said, you were dealing with on the 450,
Yeah.
like with launch pad and stuff, like
Yeah.
packing. Yeah, that's the last thing you're gonna want to do. Unless you like to be, laid up the whole summer.
No.
Your local Tucker Power Sports rep
Oh,
can do
boy.
Factory Connection springs.
Oh, all right. Well, Matt, chat at some point.
Hot.
Speaking of that, did you ever give me those goggles?
Out?
No.
Oh, yeah.
My
yeah.
pair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got your
enough.
pair.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
FMF.
just was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I never got that
They're
pair.
in the back seat of the car, actually.
Oh, perfect.
FMF.
I'll get them after the show.
I
Yeah.
didn't even think. I'll go out there and get them.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I just was curious. It's I'm not like it's not like I'm riding today. I just was thinking about that the other day. I was like,
You want to do an unboxing video?
Wait, is
or
this a test or did you buy these?
I bought them.
Unboxing videos.
Why are you going with FMF goggles?
I mean, it's just something new to
Are you
try.
trying to be more like Zach
To be
Osborne
to be
every
really
day?
honest, they're the same as the ones I got. We all know that they're 100% goggles now.
He's
So.
trying to be like Zach Osborne more every day.
I got
He
one.
could have got them himself, but he didn't
I got.
finish his dealer app.
I got
Yeah.
one pair.
He didn't-
Okay.
He didn't finish his dealer app.
Hey, do you think come like Redbud, they're gonna do the most ridiculous patriotic goggles ever for all of their guys wearing those?
They're red,
Because
white.
we know how FMF does.
They already have a cool ass on.
Yeah, but do you
Red,
think they're
white,
gonna
blue.
even be like extra? Because we know how FMF likes to do the whole patriotic thing for certain stuff.
We'll
Sure.
see. I'll sell the shit out of them up at the dunes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I just think that like July 4th weekend, like all their guys, who else is wearing them besides Osborne?
Bogle, Savachi.
Okay, so like
Osby.
I get Osby's wearing them.
Osby's
Oh, I
on.
didn't know. Anyways, I just think that they're gonna be like the most ridiculous, like over the top red, white, and blue stuff
And
you've
I
ever
can't
seen.
wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'll probably have to get a
You should see
pair.
the flame ones in person. They're pretty hot.
Ha-
literally.
Were
Have
those
you
the-
seen my gear for
No.
Redbud?
No.
Oh,
Were the flame ones the stuff that they
It's
were
fucking dope.
The
He
stuff
got
they were
that-
plugged.
He got hit with that Facebook ad, and he's got that custom Alibaba gear.
Is the flame stuff the stuff that
fucking
they
awesome.
were pumping up like when they were doing the drop for them?
Yeah, I got him in the car. We'll bring him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll bring him in on one of the breaks here. Okay, so just getting through this. So again, JT Cycle's on board with us. Also, the Dirt Bike Depot.
Oh, we went off the rails.
We
Holy
went way
crap,
out, dude. We've
I
been so far
forgot.
off the rails on this.
So yeah,
on this intro.
JT Cycle, get your gas, Husqvarna, Beta. They're working on getting some online e-commerce stuff going, so you'll be able
Sweet.
to shop online.
I'm gonna go off the rail one more time though. Have you seen that Beta is gonna have a factory team over the GPs here?
Yeah.
soon?
Yeah, we were just trying to decide what CC that bike's gonna be.
430. Just the most random 430.
Whatever.
All right. So anyway, also, like I said, I'm on board with us. The Dirt Bike Depot, the-bike-depot.com. Slightly used and brand new gear at discounted prices. They also have hard parts and stuff too. So go look them up. They get a lot of different stuff from different riders. So you may get something from your favorite rider that you didn't even know came from your favorite rider, and then boom, you're wearing it and you're just like them. It's awesome. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We got a packed show tonight. Pretty pumped for this, actually. It's packed.
Tact.
Okay, we got 3 people coming on.
All I know is if
Well, one's a package deal.
if Colton
Oh,
talks
kind
shit
of.
about Kev, it's gonna be awesome.
So we have, first off, friend of the show, sponsored rider of the show, Kevin Moranz coming on to talk about his 450 debut, putting her in the night show on a 250, solid start in the LCQ, on the 450 LCQ on a 250. We also have his buddy he's staying with, 250 rider, Colton Eigenmann, coming on. The number, I believe it's 815 is what he is. And the first one we got coming up here in just a few minutes is Matt Hubert, aka Hubbalicious. I can't remember the numbers, but
About a half hour. 6:47,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
6:47 is his number.
You know,
Yeah,
you know who I really,
647?
Is
really
he
wanna
coming
get
on at 6:47?
Nah, 7 o'clock.
You know how I really want to get on the show?
Huh.
And I'm going to go into this when we talk about the 250s? Dylan Schwartz, because I really want to know where is he getting those huge balls from to just run it in on every person he sees in front of him.
That's
You
awesome.
think that Mumford shit went back in the day though?
Oh,
they-
for
Maybe.
sure. Well,
Yeah,
those two have been
probably.
racing each other
That's
for
what I
like,
mean. I think
their
there was
entire
something
lives.
there to it.
Probably. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. If you guys want to listen to this instead of watching on YouTube, you can find us on all the major podcast networks: SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Also, make sure to check out our new fantasy podcast. We play fantasy on pulpmxfantasy.com. I'm going to go jump off a bridge after my results from last night, but hey, here we are. So anyway, yeah, check those out. Those usually come out like the Friday before the race. Obviously, there's no race next week. We have the week off, so we won't be having one of
You
those
have to
here
try to
this
fill
week.
The void with something.
Huh?
Have to try to fill the void here with something.
You know, I tried to get Coach Rob on next week, but he didn't text me back. So he probably didn't see the text because that's very unlike him.
I'll see Justin this week. Maybe we can set something up with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to
I'll
do
see
one
you
next
Tuesday.
week.
Who?
Justin Weeks.
Oh, we
see,
can do that.
I'll see him Tuesday.
And if that doesn't work, maybe we could do that thing we were talking about where we watch some Gary Bailey videos.
No,
you,
actually, let's do that instead.
Okay.
Could you get your boy Mitchell on here? Can we cold call him tonight?
I haven't talked to him in a while. I'll have to get a
So
hold.
let's cold call him.
I'm not cold calling him.
Even fucking better.
No, but
Let's
I'll
cold
have to try to get a hold of him this week, or him or Brian, to see if we can set something up. I haven't talked
Yeah,
to
we
him.
need to talk to him though.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
We should get him on.
We should, yeah.
I should ask him about that ejectocito over the Burma.
Actually, Joey Crown would be a better person to talk about his ejecto.
Can you imagine if he would have just blew Cooper out in the last corner?
Oh my god, I thought he was going to.
Cooper's girlfriend would have started crying.
All right, let's.
She would have hopped in the private jet.
She would have thrown the dog.
All right, so this intro has seemed to gone way off the rails.
This is
here.
what happens when all three of us are back in studio together.
Yeah.
We're just kind of catching up a little bit too.
Yeah. that's
So
better.
let's take about. Well, actually, you know, it doesn't matter because you two, I can get you two talking while
Yeah, we
I
can just
reset
spitball,
cameras.
Man. We got going on.
I know. Well, I'm just saying I have to reset the cameras every once in a while,
Oh.
so it's okay.
We
It's-
had a production guy. What
it's
happened to him?
Oh boy, we won't talk about
Let's not
that.
start.
I'll tell you about that at some point. It's okay. We'll just keep going, and I'll just keep checking to reset the cameras every once in a while. So anyway, all right. So we're getting in here. We're now basically halfway through the season. We've been through 8 rounds of Supercross. We just wrapped up Orlando 2. Let's just start with that fucking track was fucking horrible.
Well, other than like 2 rhythm sections, it was the same thing we seen last Saturday.
Exactly.
Except that far side rhythm section after you came across the start, like there was some variation there.
Look,
but that's about it. And
It
the
was
whoops.
horrible.
Yeah, no, I mean
The whole track. I mean, it was horrible last week too. Are you gonna yawn?
It was half a yawn, but in practice, yeah, it looked like dog shit. But it definitely came around a lot better for the night show.
No way. It was
you
terrible.
definitely had to be super aggressive, and you had to be willing to make enemies to make anything really happen. Which is funny though, because Kenny doesn't do that, and he came from 17th.
Why did it seem like that track was just like
Track.
slammed in there? Because like think about it. Like okay, you come off that rhythm section into that 90 before the finish line, and like dude, it was like when you came off that rhythm section, there was no room for that corner there. It was just super weird. Like and the whole track to me seemed that way. Like it was just there was nothing about it that flowed. There was nothing about it that was.
Well, the Dirtworks guys said that they had like what 1 day to actually do anything with it.
Well,
because
I mean,
of the rain.
that was the thing. I'm just saying though, even going back to the track design from last week, because obviously, like we said, same setup as last
Yeah.
week. It's just like, why is this so terrible? Why the?
At least
why
we're
are
in the
we-
50s lap times wise for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
The sections were a lot more technical. I've seen a lot of mistakes and missed rhythms.
I think because the traction was going away by the end of by the LCQs actually, like the rhythm sections, it was basic, but like I said though, even the rhythm section where like not the one before the finish, but the one before that where you're going on off.
Yeah.
Like that on was starting to get really cupped out at the end of it.
Okay.
And you could tell guys like people were using it as kind of a lip to get over. But like
Talking to Mike.
if you didn't land it perfect, you would have to check up, kind of like what Eli had to do. Like
Yeah.
when he had to, like, what was it? I don't know, when it was Marty in front of him or
Do
whatever.
you want to like pull that out and like put it more like pull it out and put it more in
gotta
front of your
get
face
in it,
so you
son.
can turn and talk because you're doing that a lot.
Okay, sorry guys. Anyways.
I know it's your second time with the microphone,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
a new
You
thing
gotta
for you.
eat that thing.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, it did make it technical by the mains, though, in my opinion.
I mean, it was very technical, but to me it was just shit because there literally was like zero, like the whoops didn't even flow. I mean, look at how many people we saw crashing those whoops, and it was just because it basically made you like shoot to the sky or buck off the front. Like that was all there was to it. It wasn't, and I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Although I did like that they pushed the right-hander before the finish out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you could go 3-3 into the corner. Because
Yeah,
they weren't doing that
yeah,
last
they weren't
weekend.
doing that.
Yeah.
Because it hooked so hard you couldn't, or you'd blow the corner. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. We bitch about these tracks a lot, and I think it's just where we
I thought it
are.
was alright. I thought it was great.
I mean,
I didn't like it at all.
I think there was a lot of stuff going on, but like I said, we do this all the time, and it's just the state of where racing is. Like these bikes are so good, it's gonna make stuff. It's not like the old days where like if you mistime something because of a carburetor was gonna bog, you look terrible. Like anybody can do all these rhythms
I
nowadays.
mean, even last night though, that rhythm after they came back across the start straight was giving guys fits. There were a lot of different options. There were like 3 different options.
Well, in that first phase too, like when they were doubling in, like it got so packed down that like you had to stretch it a little bit to get over, and you could see
And
guys
then
were
go
like
through
hanging the
quad.
front. Yeah, the guys were hanging the front wheel over it, and then they'd have to check up. So like it was. I think it's getting to the point that these tracks look so basic by the end of the night, but because they're getting so broken down, it's getting gnarly. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's easy, that's easy.
I mean, and I thought it was gnarly too. Like the whoop section, everybody can shit on that whole thing, but I saw guys jumping through it, and it bit some of the best riders in the world.
Guys are having to use their brains more. Now, I really do. Like that sounds like an easy thing, like the dumb thing to say, I should say, but like I think by these mains, they're using their brains more than they ever have had to, because they're getting so broken down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys in the 250 class, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at the way Saturday night went, though, like the West. or
What
the
I'm saying is
East,
like
whatever
guys
you
were
wanna call
jumping through the whoops and stuff like that, but then you still had Ando halfway through the main, blitzed right
it. Yeah,
past.
he did that all
somebody.
day, which is interesting because like
Blitzed right past Eli actually.
Well, yeah, that's where he made the pass. He looked good too,
Yeah.
and we'll get into that. But I don't know. I just think that we're at a time now. These tracks are getting so broken in, and once again, it's not because we're going 20 laps or 15. We're going by minutes, which we have been doing for a while. These guys are having to use their brains more than ever, and I think that's what's making it technical. By the heat races, you're like, oh, that's easy, you know. But these mains, like, dude, you see the pictures of guy like what they're like when they're on the floor. From when we saw, well, I'll see them on Instagram and all that. You look at it and you go, the normal person wouldn't even make it like a quarter of a lap on that track.
No, and it's we could say like the rhythms and all that stuff's boring, and just by looking at it. But then when you really break it down and really look into the technicality of some of the bumps and the way the ruts shape up.
So ask Matt Hubert if he thought it was boring, because I'm going to guarantee you he's going to tell you no. Same thing with Colton and Kev. You know, that's the thing. Even that little step up double after the whoops, like you looked at it and you go, that's basic, but how hard you had to brake going into it so you didn't overshoot it, because if you overshooted it, you were literally landing in that inside rut.
Yeah, that, and then they changed it from last week where the inside rut was kind of an off camber.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you looked at it and you looked at the heat races and guys were just pushing into it, but by the end of the by the mains, they were having to chop the throttle going into it because that rut was getting so deep they couldn't just lay it in anymore because they were gonna G out.
But I also liked that corner where they changed it. Another thing that I liked about that track was you had guys tiptoeing around the inside of that rut, but you had guys like Coop and Kenny that would just rail the absolute piss out of the outside and slingshot past.
Yeah, and then they'd hit that drop off and it'd bounce them into the transition of the straightaway.
Yeah.
Instead of like having to tiptoe through the inside or pull like an Eli where he actually got too much of a lean angle and the front end started to push. So like I get what you're saying, Travis, and I agree, but I think when the mains, I think because we're just so used to these guys looking so incredible that we're like, oh, that looks basic, but if you look at the technique side of it, it's crazy the fact that these guys are even doing 20 minutes on those tracks at this point.
I agree.
Sure. I hated it, dude. I hated last week's track too. I mean, it doesn't flow at all. Like, we've had tracks that don't flow in recent years. Okay, we have some every year, but this is like like I said, and my biggest thing is like you look at like that corner, like I said, right before the finish line, you come off that rhythm, and it's like there's no room for a corner there. So why in the stadium does it seem like we're shoving 5 pounds or 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag? Like, I just don't understand.
So okay, so let me put it this way then, or at least not put it this way, but so you don't like it because it seems narrow and it seems basic, which it does, but then
it's not even so much that it seems basic, because obviously as we all saw, it broke down and it was technical, like you're saying. Yeah, it was technical. That I agree with. It's just like, if it's gonna be that technical, I want to see some flow to it. Not just oh my god. I mean, dude, it made those guys look like they were amateurs riding Supercross for the first time, where normally you would have a corner that a normal Supercross guy could just rail and it would be awesome, and you put an amateur on there and they're like, oh shit, like barely stopping to do a 180 pivot.
But that's what separates.
That's a testament right there.
I mean,
like how
it
difficult
is.
the track is that the best guys in the world are looking like idiots.
And the thing is it's easy as a rider. You want a track to flow. We've all been there. We all run tracks that are terrible. But the thing is that I think once again is where we are in the state of Supercross, and especially with these bikes. And I've always harped on this in the last couple of years. But we have to actually think about if the track's going to flow. That's when we're going to have these goat trails, because there's no separation, so the tracks don't flow. And yeah, it sucks because you're like, oh, you're watching the best Supercross guys in the world, and it's hard to watch. It's like watching mud races. But that's the thing though is that go back to, what was it, a year ago, whatever one of the Anaheims was. It was a goat trail, and you're watching, you're going, oh, everybody going single file, everybody going single file. You have to mix something up and make these guys feel uncomfortable. And I get what you're saying, and I agree, but I think that we have to start realizing that these Dirtworks guys know what they're doing, and it's just easy for us to sit up here and criticize it after the fact. But if you ask any of those dudes last night, especially the 250 guys, they're gonna go, that shit was tough. That shit was not easy.
True. I'm just saying though, it's like when you go to the complete opposite end of the spectrum, which is what I feel we had last night, when you go from so much flow that it's a goat trail to zero flow, it almost takes away from it, because it was almost like boring, because let's face it, it wasn't like there was a ton of passing.
But then you watch Coop though, and you're like, well, that's why he's as good as he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And same thing with Kenny.
I saw plenty of passing.
But you know what though? I guarantee when we go to Daytona in 2 weeks, those guys are going to be like, damn, I wish I was back on Orlando too. They will not be saying, I wish I had a track that flowed.
Yeah, we can get into that, but it's going to be I think it's going to be interesting for Coop at Daytona, because we haven't seen him gel with an outdoor setup on that bike yet.
Yeah, I'm going to give my take later on that, but I think that he's, I don't know if it's going to be great for him.
I don't think so either.
All right, so what do we want to talk 250s or 450s first? Should we talk 450 class?
Well, I got a question, since I haven't been on in a while, and I was going to wait till the end of the show before I gave her picks for Daytona, but so we are 8 rounds in.
Yep.
And even though the East or the West, I keep getting that screwed up. The West on the East just started last night, so it's hard to give a take on that.
Yeah.
But through 8 rounds, what would be your guys', I don't want to say storylines, but biggest takeaways of the series so far? And we can even talk about the series, the 250 series that just went on their break, or last night's series, the first round, or the 450 class. What would be your biggest takeaways from the series so far?
Kenny and Coop are going to go at it here.
Okay.
You're saying they
Like,
put themselves at the top?
well,
Yeah.
they are. This is a 2-horse race now, but like, yeah, what do you mean? Like,
Tomac's done.
okay, so,
Kenny and Coop are going to go at it.
okay.
Barsha
And I'm
Seems
going
to
to
be
go hard
somewhat-
on you on Barsha.
somewhat seems revitalized.
Because I got a little upset with some of your shit you were saying in the group chat last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
I'll put him in his place.
Yeah.
So what shit?
Well, we might as well get into it. So last night.
Hold on, let me
Hang on, let me make my
let me-
comments.
Let
Yeah,
me make
yeah,
sure.
I'll-
Let me make sure
Hold on,
everything's
no,
working
no,
here.
No.
Hold on. Let me just make sure everything's working so that we get the audio
All right,
on this.
So
here.
I'm gonna go into my biggest takeaways real quick.
Okay, so what? Yes. What is your
So
takeaway?
my biggest takeaways is that Ken, however you want to say it, Ken makes me think
Hold
about
on.
how
Hold on. Time out.
Kid Rock.
Time out.
Remember when
What?
people used to call him that?
What are you telling us a ton
Kid
of?
Rock. Oh. Okay. Anyway.
Oh wait, hold on.
Anyways, keep
Can I-
going, Cole.
Can I talk now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Producer / everything. guy?
Go ahead, Cole.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Keep
Just
going.
talk.
Come on.
All right. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Great radio, bro.
No, Kenny has silenced the doubters on that bike and looks damn good on that thing. The
So you
bike-
think the time off in the summer is what he needed?
At this point, yes, but we still haven't made it to that point in the season where shit usually starts unraveling for him.
But he also hasn't had this many wins by this time of the season either, so I think that tells something. too.
No. And last night was what I wanted to see all year. That was the first time we seen him get a bad start.
I want to see him cut Eli.
I wanted to see him get a bad start and see if he could work his way through.
Mhm.
And he proved that he could last night.
Yep.
Where he looked like he had been a little timid before.
Yep.
And he proved that wrong last night. So I think the sub-arm injury Kenny is
Mhm.
somewhat back. So that's a
The
big
2017.
big takeaway there.
Yeah.
Second one is when I want to talk about Coop. My third one would be Barsha, and that'll ravel us right back into you guys.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I'm a little pissed off right now.
Well, I think
boy.
Tomac's just kind of mailing it in, man. He looks like he's tired or whatever. That's a weird
He's
deal
done. He's done. And
I
people
think
will be
he's
like, "Oh,
mentally
that's
out.
Justin talking about Eli," but Eli's done.
He's
Yeah, I think
done
he's
everything
done.
he needs to do in his mind. He's done. Yes.
He's done.
I think
he
he's
retires.
mentally out of it.
Yes.
But Coop, I think the season would be a lot different if they weren't pushing him to use that air shock.
Yeah, I heard he was on the spring last night.
He was on the spring last night.
Yeah.
All the wins so far have been on the spring.
Yeah, when are people going to realize the whole air shock, air fork thing? Just it doesn't work like they think it's going to.
And so
But it saves weight.
I don't.
no, and
I know.
I was watching
It's stupid.
something about Sleater. I think it's Gypsy Tales.
Yep.
He was
Oh, yeah.
talking about how it's just a dead feeling where you can hang the wheel and it doesn't give a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys it's probably awesome for. I think Barsha's on it and hasn't switched. Certain guys will like it.
Well, heat expands, so.
Yeah, but obviously Cooper is better on the spring.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to develop that air shock to where it's going to be right on the OEM floor.
Let's not do this in the middle of Supercross season.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at. My takeaway is he's better on the spring. Why are you pushing him to use the shot that obviously he wasn't winning on? And now that he's switched back, he's been the same guy that we should have seen.
And it's annoying too because like KTM doesn't really have a test guy anymore, and you would think that they'd be doing that with a test guy, not the guy that's trying to win his second 450 Supercross championship.
Yeah, I mean,
And I wouldn't even say don't even. And people are like, well, then do it with Marv. Well, why are you going to do that to Marv?
well,
Because Marv's starting to get better.
and then they didn't even allocate enough of them. Well, Dino's not even a factory Husky rider. Like that's Rockstar money funding that ride.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, so he didn't even get a shot to use the thing.
I think that it's not. It works for the average rider, but it doesn't work for somebody at their level. It does not work for a guy like Cooper.
I think it just depends. It depends.
I think
Because Barsha's making that thing work.
because the air forks, yeah, but I think once again though, and it's kind of that same way with everything, but it's just I think it fits a certain style, and I don't think Coop's style.
No. So keep him on the spring is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like keep him what's making him happy. He obviously doesn't want to be on the air shock. I don't know.
Yeah, put that spring shock on there, let him win a title, and let that sell the bikes.
Yep.
So that's my takeaway. As long as they keep him on the spring shock the rest
Yep.
of the year, it's going to be dangerous.
Yep.
Daytona is going to be interesting just because he doesn't have a lot of time on the outdoor series.
What is funny though, because we soon to forget that
always
he got
just-
third last year at Daytona.
Yeah, but he just never looks like.
It's
like
not the
he
same
does.
with outdoors with him.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Summer will be interesting this coming year, but yeah.
if he stays healthy, or he seems like he's going the Villapoto route where he just focuses on Supercross, wins his deal.
I mean, if he wins
gets
the
an
Supercross
injury.
title this year,
Yeah, whatever. And third, Barsha. This is where we've been waiting for 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes here, but I think that this is a change for Barsha that's gonna stay like this instead of that mid-season die out.
there has been no indication that Yamaha, Suzuki, Justin Barsha is going to show up.
And this is my biggest connection with this, I guess, that he is not a different, or that he is a different guy. Is yesterday is a perfect example of last night. He had a shitty day in practice.
Hit the ground hard.
Yeah.
And he was nowhere, like no sign of life anywhere in practice. In the heat race, no sign of life. Comes out in the main and does that. Pressure the whole race.
Whole time.
Whole race. He had Eli in his ass. He had Ken in his ass. Obviously got a podium gift from AC.
He was just in my ass.
in his ass. But yeah, it's just
Same.
like you go back to round one where he had that pressure the whole time. He seems like he's riding really well under the pressure. And Eli has got to hate that being behind him because last year on the Yamaha, Eli would have just passed him in
Well, and let's be honest. If Barsha's shifter doesn't break off the second round, he does it, and we're not going to get into the incident. But the incident with Vince Freeze and the one Indy round where he was literally dead last in the first turn. I'm not saying he's like within single digits of Kenny and Coop in points,
He's more
but
into
he
it.
is more into it than what Eli is right now in third. And anybody that thinks that the old Barsha is going to show up, there's been no indication of that. It has always been the bike. It has been the situation, and this is the Barsha that we all saw coming off 250s, and the guy that was the rookie of the year and the Honda guy that they all saw was going to be the next big thing. And it's the team and that bike. I'm not a big KTM, Husky, whatever, gas guy, but we all, like I said, talked about it. What would he do on a steel chassis? What would he do on a steel chassis with that flex? That bike doesn't bind up as much for his style. And it has proven that he is legit. And I think that's a little actually scary for guys going into outdoors because Barsha's actually always been known, even though he won the 250 titles in Supercross, a better outdoor guy, where his moments have been brighter in outdoors. I think coming into outdoors, he might be an actual legit threat.
I'm opposite on the outdoor thing. I don't think he's going to be right off the bat swinging like that.
No, because they're going to have to develop the bike for outdoors.
But we know, and I said this last night in the chat, he's not afraid to develop a bike. The Yamaha guys have said that over and over again, that he's a joy to work with, and that when they needed to test.
But think about if he gets
fucking
that bike
test.
dialed in, though, for outdoors. Like if he gets it dialed in
Yeah,
early
if
for
he
his
gets-
setting.
it's gonna be
Because we've
dangerous.
all seen what happens when Barsha's field. Look at Crawfordsville earlier this year. Even though he didn't win the race, how hard he was pressuring. I'm just
Or
saying
the year at
that
Redbud when he started to run on Dungey.
when he's beating Dungey. Yeah.
And again, took the pressure that whole race. Dungey was on his ass the whole race. He can ride under pressure.
And I've always been up and down with Barsha. I've always been a fan of his, but he's also always irritated me. It's kind of like when you're an Eli fan, like because you
does
know he
some
can
dumb
be.
shit.
But I've always been, and it's maybe because I seen just Barsha grow up. So like I went through I seen all that shit with him. But this is not the same guy that we've seen for the whatever many years since the Honda days. And to my point is what were you talking about in the group chat when you said if Barsha's in front of Eli, he's garbage? Like, I didn't get that. That's what I was
I'm talking
pissed off
about Eli is garbage.
But why were you? But
Think about all the times in the last 2 years that Eli's been behind Barsha.
yes,
He cannot get by him.
but that
He can't.
Okay, but you made it sound like in the
Eli
group chat
can't get
though.
on Barsha?
Yeah.
But you made it sound like
he did that one time when they got in the
Yeah.
me this year.
But you made it sound like in the group chat though. That's what I was irritated that. If Barsha's in front of Eli, that makes Eli garbage because he can't pass Barsha.
Yeah, it is. It's kryptonite. If he gets to Barsha,
Yeah,
he does
I
not go
took it-
around him.
I took it as like,
See,
Barsha's fucking trash.
Yeah, we
Eli's
took it that.
No.
That's what I was pissed off
That's
about.
not what I was talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about Eli is fucking trash. So first off, if I think if Kenny throws it in on Eli in any of those corners where he had an opportunity
He was
to,
going- yeah.
he gets Barsha and is on the box.
Well,
Uh,
I don't know if I
Barsha's
agree with
throwing
that.
that
I don't know
shit
if I
back
agree
in.
with that.
I think so.
But he was gonna.
He had more pace than both of them.
But he was gonna have to be aggressive with Barsha too, and we know that Kenny doesn't do that with him.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the other problem I have is that Kenny, it so much doesn't want to be aggressive with anybody that it like last night it cost him 2 spots.
I think anybody's like that with Barsha.
But I
because
think-
you know it's coming
Yeah, but he
right
wouldn't even
back.
do it with Eli last
See,
night.
here's the thing though, Kenny
And
is
he
gonna-
should have done it with Eli multiple times.
Kenny's gonna have to realize that because this is gonna come down between him and Coop in the final round.
This is why-
He's gonna have to be aggressive because Coop will do it.
Yeah.
And that's what scares me that Kenny might not win this championship because he will not.
Exactly.
He will not go that road.
I am very nervous that he's too
And-
much.
the
of-
left-hander-
As of right now, that's why Coop is still my pick for this title.
Oh, I'm still sticking with Coop as well. I'd love to see Ken, but that
Yeah.
left-hander after he came across the start when he got in the inside of Eli, I'm thinking, dude, just run it in a little bit deeper, make him check up, and he let him have it. And I'm thinking, this is why Kenny has issues when
Yeah.
it comes to winning championships in Supercross because he's not willing to make enemies.
Yeah.
And I get that. I'm all for that. Don't piss off people. But dude, he's got to know in the back of his mind that
Look.
if this comes down to him and Coop in the last
Are
round,
they still flying together?
If you want to make an omelet, you gotta
Maybe.
break a few eggs, okay?
but that's the thing is I don't know if
I'm
Kenny's
gonna let you
willing.
finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
Let me finish what? You want me to keep talking?
It was a pun. Omelet. I'm
Uh,
gonna let you finish.
Oh, okay, so anyways, though, so
That
yeah,
was
no,
terrible.
I'm not upset anymore. I was pissed off when you put that in the comments out or the
no,
chat. I'm
see,
like,
I
what
would,
the?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
directed
we
towards
took
Eli.
it.
Yeah, we took it differently.
Okay, see, that's where we got-
context is everything.
Yeah, that's where we got
Context
fucked
and
up.
Everything. What? You said something else. See that?
But
Go ahead.
so okay, so my question to you is that even though, do you agree with what me and Cole are saying though that this Barsha is not the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because there's people that still believe, oh, he could show.
And I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. He held pressure last night. But like I said, I think if Kenny goes in willing to break a few eggs to make an omelet
But we
type
know
deal,
yeah.
which we know he doesn't, and last night just kind of solidified that in my mind of like, fuck, he really will not go in there and do it. Because trust me, he should have thrown it in on Eli multiple times
Yep.
and got to Barsha. And then, yeah, I mean, you don't really want to, but put it in on Barsha a little bit and go by him because you have way more pace. Like,
Yeah. But that's the thing.
put it
though,
in,
is-
make sure you get by him enough to get the inside of the next corner and fucking go.
And see, that's why I don't believe that he would have got around Barsha, even though he had more pace, is because he wasn't going to be willing to do that with him.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe that Barsha still would have held on to that position.
Yeah, no, I would have totally just fucking teed both of them.
But that's just as a lapper.
Do I want this title or do I want to have friends? The
See,
title.
that's the thing is I just don't think Kenny's willing to go there.
Look, nobody's your friend when you're winning anyway, so fuck it. You might as well do it.
Well, Coop doesn't have any friends, so
Exactly.
he's doing fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
does.
those
He's
checks
got
are
plenty
still
of friends.
cashing, aren't they?
What?
He's got a friend.
Who? Seth Rarick?
Philip Nicoletti.
Whatever.
Phil.
Marshall Welton.
Yeah, I forgot about Marshall. Can we talk about AC crashing yet again?
I heard collarbone.
Dude, I thought like for a moment I was
Really?
like internal injuries. I was like, because he was
I,
holding himself.
I gotta say, honestly, if he did break his collarbone, it's probably the best thing to happen to him. Between the surgery on his elbow, whatever he's got going on with his legs, he's having fucking issues. He's still in fourth in points,
Yeah,
but barely.
So,
and, yeah.
And he had a good ride going, which
and,
sucked.
Yeah.
and yeah.
But he needed some time off to heal up here.
So Travis,
Yeah, he was gonna get it though. 2 weeks.
are you
Yeah.
gonna take back everything you said in the pre-show about AC winning races and Your boy Zach Osborne winning races.
Look, dude, we got till the end of the season here.
Bro, when are you going to let it go that Zacho is not that guy in Supercross?
And I thought Zacho was going to be a lot better.
Yeah, he gets a third and then he goes back to being fucking average Zacho.
You want me to one last point here before we take a break, before we get Hubert on. You want me to start getting your face real red here? Chase Sexton's gonna win a fucking race.
Yeah, but you didn't say that in the pre-show.
I don't care. I'm saying it now.
Chase
Sexton's gonna win.
That's not going to get me red because we didn't argue about that in the pre-show. I can see that happening.
I thought that was going to get him all riled up. He's not going to win a damn race.
If he gets healthy by I don't know, round 14 or 15, he could.
So do you think Stu has him on the Adderall diet? He said he lost 9 pounds.
That was interesting when he said that.
Yeah, he really kind of contradicted himself too. He was like, I was too thin. He said too thin, and I'm like, so wait a minute, what? That didn't.
I thought he said
he basically slipped up and said he's doping.
Well, he's blood doping. They all blood dope.
That's interesting.
But anyways, yeah. One last thing though, Zach Osborne. I mean,
he could still get one by the. I mean, he won the last round last year. Am I as positive on it now?
It's never gonna happen, dude.
Am I as positive on it now as I was in January?
I mean, if Salt Lake City comes around this year, the way it was last year, Zacho doesn't win, and it'll be guys like AP or Ferrandis.
We'll see. Yeah.
Zacho, he's an outdoor guy. He's not this 450 Supercross guy that everybody thought he was going to be. He's not on that level because even we're not going to. My point is that he's just not there. He's not fast enough to win a Supercross.
We definitely are going through some struggles right now.
Struggles.
We're going through some struggles.
What place is he in the points?
I don't know.
He's like 55 back of first.
I think he's in the top 10.
Yeah, he's in the top 10. He was going to win some races, but I think he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you're going to get $20.
He's been bouncing in and out of All-Stars in the fantasy.
You're gonna get $20. Remember you guys' bet?
What was it that he
Then Zacho, he said Zacho would have been multiple races.
He's currently 7th in points.
Yeah, and how many back is he at first?
I
Like
don't fucking
58?
know. Probably something like that.
Look at Matt. I'm just saying.
Look, here's what I'm
Your
saying.
250 predictions have been pretty good.
Hey, we haven't even got into 250.
Your
talk,
450
that was a Nagasaki bomb going off in that building.
Yeah,
Your 450 predictions have been ass. You said Eli was going to win the title.
Hasn't gone great.
You said Zacho and AC were going to win races.
If we had like a dumbass bass award like they do on main event Schmoto, then I would be winning that right now.
Look, if Coop wins the title, me and Cole, whatever we said in the pre-show, we look good on that because we both agreed that
We said
wins
Coop.
We said Coop. You said Eli.
As much as I'd love to
whatever.
see Kenny get one, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Let's all be honest. We all love to see Kenny get it, but I think Coop's gonna get it. He's just
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We got Hubert coming up. I need to change some batteries and stuff here.
Hubbalicious.
Yep, and then we'll get rolling on that. So we will be right back.
And some 250 talk coming.
Oh yeah, lots of 250 talk.
A bomb went off.
All right, cool. We're back from break. It is time.
There's the goggles, by the way.
There's the goggles. Yeah, we got the goggles, dude. Sweet. I'm pumped to give these bad boys a try. All right, let's click
the only
up.
thing change is the logo.
Let's get Matt Hubert on here. Talk to him. Turn this down here.
Hashtag Bevo Forte has goggle control.
They have all the goggles.
Trying to get a tag here, but
This is a great radio. All right, cool. Good. What are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey, Matt Hubert.
How's it going?
Hey, it's great, man. How are you? Welcome to the Moto Aftermath Show on the call-in side now.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. You're on the line here with me, Travis, who I met you, obviously, Redbud there. And then I've got my two co-hosts. I've got Cole Ugetti here. Cole, say hi.
hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Cole.
And then I got Justin Hartzell over here. Justin, say hi.
How's it going, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Justin?
Good, man.
All right, cool, man. So the last time we talked, you hadn't. It was at Redbud National there.
Mm-hmm.
You hadn't raced Supercross before, and now you're out there. You're doing it. So kind of talk us through the decision to go ride Supercross, how that actually went this year, because we all know that they didn't have the futures races this year, so you couldn't get your points that way. And let's talk about your Saturday night here, your debut in the 250 West Supercross class.
Yeah. Well, to start with, getting a license was a bit of a circus act. You know, I had to go through. I went to Mini O's, and I got 2 of the 4 points I needed from there. Was gonna get 4, but got taken out in one of the mains. Ended up like 30th or something.
Okay.
And then so they made one more round out at AZ Open.
Oh,
So I was able to get my last, and it's not a supercross track by any means. It's definitely an outdoor track, but
That's what's
you know.
confusing to me.
That's interesting. I didn't know they
Yeah.
did that with the AZ Open. So that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that. You get your
Yeah.
points. You decide you're going to ride west. So I assume you've been riding out in California there, hitting some of the local tracks out there, right?
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I was trying to go east, but just my 250 wasn't ready. And if I would have done east, I would have had that bike. I would have basically broken it in like free practice. Like that's what would have happened. And I hadn't rode a 250 in 3 years. So I was like, I should probably put a little bit of time on it.
Yeah, that was probably a good idea. So what's the main track you've been hitting out in California then? Have you been doing just one in specific, or a couple, or what are we talking about here?
Well, I went to Hemet SX. They're really cool. Mark up there is a awesome guy. He does a pretty good track prep, and it's nice because a lot of the SoCal tracks they use clay, but it's a different kind of clay, so it doesn't like rut up. It's a lot like this last weekend,
Okay.
where it doesn't want to rut up a lot. But Hemet up there uses a little more of like a dirt base, so you get ruts in the corners. You can get ruts up some of the lips. So it was good practice there. And then the guys at State Fair MX, they're really awesome there too. They let us, I think all the TPJ guys there ride. At least I rode for free. I don't know about the other guys, but Jimmy, the owner, really awesome dude. I've known him for a few years, and he does a good track prep there too.
Sweet. Awesome.
So
Hemet, however you want to pronounce
Hemet, Cole.
Hemet.
Hemet, yeah.
No, it looks like that place would really prepare you well for the East Coast and some of the dirt over here. So
Get your mouth up on the
yeah.
microphone.
can you hear me all right? I'm not really talking into the mic.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
But yeah, do you feel like that was a solid move for you to go there and get prepped up for the East Coast dirt style, or was that in your head at all?
Yeah, well that track is open to not only pros, but they have amateur days there too. So it's not quite like super gnarly. He doesn't make anything like really, really gnarly. So that was a good track to get my feet wet on Supercross, get everything, get all the Supercross jitters out for the first few days. And then, like you said, it is good practice for East Coast because it's softer. So, yeah, I think it was a good move, but it didn't really help me this weekend.
Yeah,
What
happened this weekend? Because the reason I messaged you is I open up Instagram this morning, and the first thing I see is a picture of your helmet just smashed to shit. And I'm like, okay, we got to get this story going. So run us through, because I have zero idea what happened to you yesterday.
Well, I have only rode Supercross off and on the last couple of years, like practice. Maybe 1 to 2 months out of a year, I just throw some laps on the Supercross track just to make sure, I can actually ride it.
Okay.
And every time I'd go to do get my points to get a Supercross license, I'd get hurt or something would come up and I just couldn't make it to the rounds. So that put me at a bit of a disadvantage for this season. But yeah, going into this round, it's a lot different than any practice track you'll ever see. The way they design and like actually cut in the track is way different. Like I've never seen it like that before. I rode MEC too, and in 2019, that forwards and backwards track, and even that was way different. So, yeah, it was a different feel. But that helmet thing, that was in the whoops. So, who
That
went
makes
down
sense.
on the 250s?
Just about
It was
everybody.
not. Yeah, I know, right? Not
Smitty?
Cantrell.
Smith.
Yeah,
Smitty went down.
yeah. Kind of how he did it is how I went down. I think I've been fighting setup all day. Yesterday I fought setup the whole entire day. I've never seen a track like that, and it took me a year to set up an outdoor bike. So I knew I was going to be behind on settings coming in, but I could not get a feel. And when I was going through those loops, I think I maybe spun on one, and it just enough to slow me up to where it hit my front end too deep, bounced over the next one, and that's all she wrote. I went head first into that little double.
Oh man.
So how excited are you to go to Daytona in 2 weeks and go the other way again with setting?
Yeah, exactly, right? Actually, I had to soften it up a lot.
Oh
I was
really?
too stiff.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, the back end, because it was so hard packed there, I couldn't get traction when it was too stiff.
So are you
So I had
excited?
to soften everything up.
Are you excited to go to Daytona in 2 weeks? Be back in the sand again?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I seem to do okay in sand. I don't know why. But, yeah, I'm excited. And it's another chance to, get out there, get under the lights, hopefully. Get at least to show that I can ride, because that lap time did not reflect how I rode, and I know that.
Well, being the Daytona is more of an outdoor track, what are your goals for Daytona?
Goals, I want to obviously make it into the night show, but I think that's too small of a goal. I want to try to make it into the main, because that's ultimately the goal to start with, and then we can build off of that. But yeah, I just want to be able to ride better, get more comfortable on the bike, and with that, I think the results will come.
And I think finding a good setting at Daytona and messing around with that is going to set you up really well for the Atlanta rounds as well. I'm not sure what the dirt's going to be like in Atlanta, but I'd imagine it's going to be a little more of a high-speed track.
This will be interesting because it's in this
I
speedway.
would say the track layouts look a lot more Daytona-ish, where it's long straights and lots of obstacles, and should be more outdoor-esque than actual supercross.
Well, that red clay will be good too. Traction will not be an issue, I don't think.
That's got to play in your favor for sure, being more of an outdoor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. But I'm on a 250. I haven't rode one in a while, so I'm still learning on that too.
Over rev all the time. That's all you got to do, man.
Hey, man, just a lot of clutch.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I got a question on the 250 deal. So you're on Kawasaki, right? And you did ride a little bit on a steel frame Husqvarna. Obviously, those were 450s. So
yeah.
With that Kawasaki 250F, are you on the new one, the 21?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being kind of a newer bike, I know the pro circuit guys were developing that thing still. What made you go the Kawasaki route?
I mean, I already have a 450.
Okay.
And they are pretty similar. I don't know for sure, but just looking at the frame, it looks exactly the same.
Okay.
So I was figuring that it was going to react the same. Although I wish they do what they do on the 250s. I wish they did that on the 450s. They run KYB stock on 250s. I wish they would do that, because that KYB setup is badass. I'm not a big Showa fan, but to get KYB on a 450 is like $8,000.
So the KYB is more of a softer feel, right? Or what do you feel between the Showa and the KYB?
Well, the guys that do my suspension, Enzo, are the wizards of KYB. So they have a plethora of settings and options, and Ross there is a genie with KYB. He's good. So what they have set up is to me, the KYB, it feels like it's like a softer initial dampening. So it keeps the traction there. And it's a little more of a dead feel. So it's like a thud instead of like a hit or like a bounce or anything. It thuds. And it's more predictable to me. So that's how he designs his suspension. He told me, if I don't go for the best feel necessarily, I go for predictability. Because if you know what the suspension's going to do, you can push faster and faster.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no, I always like to ask because, I mean, obviously I would love to just take a day and have KYB show or ride all that stuff back to back. So it's always cool to hear
Oh,
the
dude.
feedback.
Right?
So,
Yeah. So
and Kawasaki's got pretty good contingency too, don't they?
Yeah, they pay
For
for
you
the
guys?
night show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have pretty good contingency.
So what are you doing for the off week here? Are you staying in Florida or did you go back to California?
I'm staying in Florida. I'm actually at my dad's house here.
Oh, okay.
He moved
right.
back here a year ago.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And then
So,
where are you
yeah.
riding down there then for the 2 weeks here?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna make that plan tomorrow. I may be able to squeeze into Ferry's place.
That'd be cool.
My teammate Wharton, he's also training with this trainer I have, Randy Lawrence.
Okay.
So we're training partners, but he has an Airbnb down there, so I may be able to squeeze in and ride with them because he already rode at Ferry's this last week.
That'd be cool.
Where so you're
Yeah.
in the Dade City area, kind of Tampa, Clearwater, Orlando area.
Currently, no. I'm up in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay, you're up a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah,
know they-
it was a 2.5 hour drive.
I'm not sure if they're doing it this year. You may know, but that Pro Circuit Open usually on Thursday before Daytona, is that something that's on your radar? That race?
No. I was gonna actually consider racing the Kicker Arena Cross this weekend, but not after that. I mean, I went down in the whoops, and I don't know if you guys know, I went down again hard. So I'm
You're
I'm
feeling
sore.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Get your
Oh dude.
Massagio.
I was gonna say, get yourself a massage. And you'll be good, man.
Right?
Now, are you
Yeah.
staying on the East Coast for the whole rest of the series until we go back out west?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, since the rounds now after Daytona
Yeah.
will be 3 in a row.
Yep,
It just makes sense.
that's true. So, what are you guys asking
So-
over there?
Oh, I want to know. I want you to talk a little bit more about training with Randy Lawrence because I just think that's pretty badass.
Oh, dude, his program is sweet. I've been on his program for, let's see, I went on it spring of 2018, I believe. So going on 3 years, and he's an awesome guy. The way he trains is just gels with me because he doesn't I don't do it often, but I'll complain and he'll just look at me like dead face. Like, okay,
Like, what are you bitching about?
what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it? Let's look forward. Let's not necessarily complain. Let's think of a plan,
Try to pin
and just that
yourself down.
mindset as a trainer. Yeah. So he doesn't do it. If there's like a bad technique that I have, he'll fix it. But I think I've worked one section with him the entire 3 years. It's a lot of base building. It's a lot of, he's a really good off the bike trainer. He can kick my ass in a road bike ride. Yeah, he's a gnarly dude, and yeah, his training methods just gel really well with me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just when I seen that he's your trainer, I was like, that's pretty badass because pretty much everybody knows who Randy Lawrence is. So I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Just from the Villapoto
Yeah.
days too, and what he
Yeah.
did with Ryan when he was coming in, and that's got to be a
Yeah,
confidence
and-
booster for you, and trusting his process. I guess everybody says that, trust the process, but yeah.
Exactly. Well, what's funny is Tickle's now on our program, and he just posted that, said trust the process.
Yeah.
So he's training with Randy right now too.
That's the new thing.
So
it's
yeah.
So we're all Michigan boys up here, and Brock spent a little time up here, so we all follow Brock a little closer than the others. So that's cool, and especially with his resume too. That's an impressive guy to be around.
Yeah, and he's a fun personality. I'll tell you that. He's funny.
So,
but
what are your goals? I mean, I know that you kind of said what your goals for Daytona is, but is it kind of the same thing? Just get your feet wet, get adjusted to Supercross, get to the main, stuff like that. Is that kind of your goals for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I'd say that. I have hardly any experience under the lights, and it takes me. I'm more of a guy that has to, feel it out, and I have to. Experience it to learn. I learned the hard way, unfortunately. I wish I could learn the easy way, but it takes experiencing it to learn. And so I just have to dive head first. So.
No pun intended.
Yeah. No pun intended.
That was awesome.
No pun.
Hey man, at least he can laugh at himself.
Yeah.
Most guys can't.
Oh yeah.
He set himself up for it.
That was awesome. Do you have plans to do the whole outdoor series this year again too?
Yeah. I'm going to do that. Unless I get a 250 ride, it'll be 450s again.
Okay. That was about to be my other question, is if you were going back to 450s for that. So, which makes sense because you'll make way more money going 450 outdoors than.
Well, it doesn't need 10 grand for a motor either. So.
Yeah, that's also true.
Exactly.
Is your motor built, or are you running basically stock, or what are you doing with that on your 250?
The 250, I gave it to Pro Circuit basically, and they did the head. They put a piston in it, and they put valve seats in it.
Okay.
And valve springs.
Okay.
So basically, the only thing to make it faster is that head and the piston.
Okay.
Everything else is just durability to make it last the season.
And then with the EFI and everything these days too, I'm a big believer in how much of a difference the ignition and stuff make these days. So did they go in and remap your ignition and everything right around the motor, or did you do anything along those lines?
They remapped it. The only problem is I wanted them to dyno it, but they're so busy because it's a brand new bike. They're dynoing their bikes constantly, so they just couldn't squeeze me in. Because I had the throttle body done by a good friend of mine. He's a genius with these throttle bodies. What he can make them do. I've been using his throttle bodies for about 4 years now, and I just tell him what I want, and he's like, "Okay, here you go."
No, that's interesting. I've never thought about what a throttle body can do either.
Yeah, it's amazing. I wish this guy could do motor work, but he's so backed up with throttle bodies that he never has time to do motor work. So, but yeah, he.
Do you know exactly what he does to the throttle bodies, or?
I know that he sometimes, not every situation requires boring out the hole, but he also puts like a different butterfly in.
Right. To
and
they do dual injectors a lot too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, dual injectors.
Well, this one already has a dual injector.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Ah, look at Kelly stepping up.
Yeah. Well, they've had the dual injection since 2012.
Oh, really?
Because they had the single injector, and it had problems the entire time.
I don't know shit about bikes, so I'm just over here flopping around like a dead fish. So
no, you're good. But they have an airbox injector, and then they have the one that's the standard throttle body injector.
Interesting.
So
super interesting. So
Yeah.
He's just mind blown over here.
I am.
He
I
looks
didn't
like
know
that-
because
he
like
looks
the,
that a month.
the Yamahas only have one, right?
Yes.
Same thing with
Yeah,
the
but
Honda.
then they-
Have one.
But then they were putting
Yep.
2 in them.
Well, Matt
Mhm.
Drury at Proven Moto is a big guy. He does the throttle body stuff, and what Matt's talking about with the wing is where it goes into the head and stuff. And it was a big 2-stroke thing. It basically make 4 openings. I don't know about the way your buddy did it, but they do 4 openings. So it's basically mixing the fuel in the air before
Yeah,
it even gets
I had that on
inside
my
the
old.
head.
I had that on my old CRF too.
Yeah,
That
it was a big
07 I had.
carburetor thing for a long
Yeah.
time.
I had that wing in there too when
Yeah,
I sent that
it's,
out. So
it's badass shit, though.
that
I mean,
that I know what you're talking about. I just didn't know Cowie came stock
Have
with
to
2
look into that
injectors.
for the old gas I just picked up.
well, I'd imagine your buddy too is probably also going in there and messing with the TPS and stuff, messing with that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Actually, yeah, he messes with the TPS, but he maps it, or not maps it. He bores it, does all the modifications for a stock ECU, and he makes sure that I fire the bike up and get it to correct RPM idle.
Yep.
And then he knows where it's at, and then he can mess with it then. But I mean, he's so meticulous with everything, and he takes the injectors and gets them flow tested. He gets everything tested to make sure everything's correct and everything's to like a 0.1 percentage. Like it's ridiculous. This guy's so meticulous, but he does amazing work. So that's why I keep going back to him. Oh yeah. But the reason why I wanted it dynoed is since he did that work, Pro Circuit doesn't necessarily have the info of how much air, like the change of how much air is coming in.
Yep.
Because you do have a different volume of air coming in now.
Yep.
So I wanted it dynoed, but I basically had to talk to the guy, and he gave me a rough guesstimate of what they need to do. So, I mean, it's a fire breather up top. It goes. It's like a 2-stroke.
That's
it
awesome.
goes, but it needs to be at that correct RPM.
That's awesome. Did
So-
you watch the race last night? Have you
I
watched?
watched the 250s,
Okay, cool. Well, that's good because we haven't
and I
really.
got too cold.
Dude, I don't blame you. I was at Daytona last year, man, and I don't know if you heard about it, but it was terrible. Like it was so cold.
Mhm.
They sold every freaking winter coat out of every trailer. It was insane.
Yep.
But anyway, so with the 250s, we haven't really talked about the 250 race from last night much yet. What did you think about it? I mean, we had everything last night basically from the Martin brothers in the first one, the red flag, Justin Cooper wins.
Yeah.
I mean, the medic getting smoked, which
Oh my god.
don't get me started
Yeah.
on that,
That
because
was all a flagging situation to me.
Well, McAdoo is.
no, it's not McAdoo's fault.
I
I'll
disagree.
stop you right
No.
fucking there. It's not McAdoo's fault. We're gonna fight about this one because that was not. I will get fired up. I'm gonna start
Hang on,
spinning.
I watched it back. Like, since we're into it
I
here,
disagree completely.
they threw the wet
flag.
They threw the red flag like halfway through the pack. So the first half of the pack is just out there motoing, thinking the race isn't over.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
the medic thinks the race is over.
Yeah.
He thinks it's flagged, so he's trotting out onto the track.
No, I'm not mad at the. I'm saying I'm mad at McAdoo for the fact that he just blew into the corner, like he saw the medic there.
Okay,
Like,
let's
so
stop.
what is
Let's stop right there. First off, he didn't start. Sorry, Matt. I know we're talking to you, but we're gonna
You're
fight.
good, you're
We're gonna
good.
fight here, okay? First off, he didn't blow into that corner. He rolled through that corner at the same speed that Cooper rolled through that corner.
Well, I'm
in the
mad at
same
Cooper.
spot
Cooper almost
that
smoked
Cooper
that guy.
rolled through the
I'm
corner.
mad at Cooper too, though, because you can't be doing that when you got medics on the track like that. Like
This is like a dumb fuck that walks across the street when the crosswalk says walk and doesn't look to see if a car's coming and then gets smoked by the car. Is like, motherfucker, what the fuck? Dude, you're in the middle of a fucking racetrack and that medic just trotted his fucking ass out there.
because he was trying to see if Amart was still awake.
Okay, first off, there was already an Alpine Stars guy with him. He was not going to die on the fucking track right there in
How do
front
you
of
know?
everyone.
You don't know that.
Second off, he's a fucking idiot, okay?
No.
I love those guys for what they do
Look, you wouldn't be
for the
thinking that if
races,
it was you.
Hang on, I
but
hate
that
to
was
back Travis
his
up on
fucking
this too,
fault.
but this is the second time this year that, Barsha almost smoked that one guy running across.
That guy was stupid. That guy was
It's
dumb.
probably
The guy
the same
last
guy.
night was the
That
same
guy was
fucking
dumb.
way.
No.
Was it the
I've
same
watched this 5 times now. I literally went back and watched it multiple times today, and I watched it multiple times last night. That medic, with reckless abandon, just strolls out through the track like he fucking owns the place. Dude, there's fucking dirt bike riders out there. Until they are literally almost stopped, you better pay the fuck attention.
No, I disagree.
Matt, what's your thoughts on this?
All right. I think it's both parties. A little more on the Alpine Star guy.
Thank
'Cause
you.
If you're on a track, you have to have your head on a swivel 100% of the time. If McAdoo's bike locked up and he ended up endoing into him just on accident on a fluke, or his throttle stuck wide open, like anything can happen on a motocross track. So you need to have your head on the swivel. But I also think it's they need to have more red flags, not red cross flags only, red flags in other people's hands as well.
That was
You know,
strange, too,
'cause
because
if-
usually
It's like
they
the
do have
whole
that.
Half of that track, nobody had a red
Yeah.
flag.
No one. So no one knew. Everyone was still racing.
Right.
That is sketch.
Yeah.
See, what's funny
So-
is the GPs, like when they red flag, they have like 10 guys on each section.
Well,
Right.
and that's the thing is, like, usually
Yeah.
when we see this, there's usually multiple red flags around the track, and last night there was not, which was
GPs
fucking
aren't a
super
No.
weird.
Yeah, I know. Our
There was
shit is
one
shit.
one guy on the start. Yeah, it was bad. So I think
It's a
they'll learn from this. Hopefully.
Well, hey, it's the
I don't
it's the AMA, so we'll never change. All right.
I mean, flags have just been beating a dead
Those
horse
are
all
just
year. so.
suggestions, man. You don't pay attention to those.
Oh man.
Yeah. The only one I pay attention to is the Red Cross.
Yeah.
That's it.
Has anybody heard anything about J-Mart? What we might have going on?
Dislocated shoulders.
Dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
So you think he'll be back in
Ooh.
2 weeks?
I don't know. I hope
Yeah.
It sucks.
I mean, his title's over.
If it's just a dislocated shoulder, yeah.
He'll be
I mean,
back.
J Bart's
Yeah,
my
they
guy,
can-
and I want to see him win Daytona, so I hope he's back.
Yeah.
If he's not back, I'd be a little surprised. Because honestly, the advancements of what they can do to shoulders in such a short amount of time is crazy. So, like a broken collarbone, that's like a week and a half now.
Yeah.
And I think Amart just kind of knocked the wind out of himself.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on.
He
with
was
him.
out, I think.
He was out.
He was knocked
Oh,
out.
I didn't know that.
He might have been. I don't
I think
know.
he was knocked out.
Also, so getting back to the J-Mart thing too, and Matt, I'll get your opinion on this. So,
Mm-hmm.
how much blame do we put on J-Mart for what happened there?
No.
I don't think any.
No.
mean, maybe,
I didn't see it. I haven't watched the race on TV, and I was looking at another person on the track.
Okay.
So all I saw was J Mart on the ground, and then I look again and A Mart's on the ground. I'm like, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't put blame on J Mart. It's easy to sit back and say he should have doubled, not checked up. But I went back and
The
watched
rider behind him
sequence
should've
by
checked up.
sequence, and Mitchell was actually leaning left, and Hammaker had half a bike length on him. But that's the thing, though, is like in J Mart's mind, he's probably thinking, well, I don't know if Harrison's going to start leaning a little bit left and shut the door on me, and then maybe if I get a little bit too much spurt and I mistime it, I'm going to clip the back of Hammaker.
Yeah.
So it's easy to be like, people are like, oh, like he should have doubled, but the only person on this phone call that knows what it's like to go around a supercross track is Matt, and it's easy to sit here and say, oh, he should have done that, he should have done that, but in his mind, he was
Yeah.
thinking that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put full blame on him. I think
But there are
there's a
people
little
that
bit
are, is
there.
my
Oh
point.
yeah,
People
there
are like,
are.
oh, he should have done that. It's like it's easy to sit back and say after it happened.
Styles too. So
I put blame on him too because I mean, basically the way I saw it was like a rookie excitement. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
First Supercross, your start's not the greatest. You're right there behind J-Mar. You basically assume that he's probably gonna jump.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't, and then probably as soon as he went off that lip, he was like, oh fuck, and just
The only
Mhm.
blame I
Circle
put on
wheel
J-Mart
right into
is
his
stop
shoulder,
getting shit
so.
starts.
yeah, that's a thing
That's
too.
it.
You're on a Star Yamaha bike,
Like, you know
pull
what
the
hap-
fucking
like,
whole shot.
He rips a good start in the heat race. Like I don't know what happened to him in the main. I don't know like if he missed his shift, whatever. Like we haven't seen it, but
He's
that's the
doing
only-
he's doing J-Mart Supercross things. You know, next thing he won't qualify for the Daytona main.
that
and then
hasn't
you'll
happened
really have
since
to
like
keep-
2016. Dude. Shut up, God.
I'm just saying. He's doing J-Mart Supercross things. I said it last night, and I'll say it again. Yeah. He needs to sign an outdoor-only contract and call it a fucking day.
Travis is a J-Mart hater, and he hates a lot of people on here.
Oh, wait. Matt, did you just agree with me? Think he should sign an outdoor-only contract, and we should just move on?
I was just gonna ask Matt. I don't know how much.
That'll help me too.
How long do you have him scheduled for? As long as
I mean, I just told him 7, and we got Kev and Colton coming on at 8, so I figured an hour at most.
Okay, so I just have a question for
If
Matt.
he needs to go, he can just let us know. We can always let him
Did you get into it with Dylan Schwartz at all yesterday?
I think everybody.
No, actually, me and him are pretty good buddies.
Okay, well, I probably figured that too. Like, I didn't think about the California connection, but I'm a big believer in Dylan, and I said before we started this, I was like, I want to know where the big balls came from to just him running in on every person possible yesterday.
Oh, no. That is Dylan. Dylan has no fear.
Well,
like, I've seen him ride. Oh my gosh, he does stuff, and I'm like, okay,
he's got a lot of potential. Like, I think that he can do really well if he learns to calm down. But I think him and Subs had some. Yeah, he had some words for him after the LCQ. Like, he stopped him on the start.
I think he could do a lot better if he wasn't on that damn Suzuki.
Dude, the bike is fine.
Suzuki, just kick it, bro.
Oh my God.
Actually, that bike. I talked to him. That 250 is pretty badass.
Oh, see, shut up.
He's happy
you still
with
gotta
it.
kick it, dude.
Oh my
So-
God. Yeah,
How about?
That's probably the only downside to him.
Do you know Mumford pretty well, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was
Yeah.
This was my conspiracy theory that maybe they had a little run-in back in the day and there was a little payback going on, or was he just being aggressive last night? Is there beef
Mumford's aggressive. There could be. They're not like they don't go at each other on the practice track or anything. No, everyone's friendly on the practice track. They're not. No one's like that.
Yeah.
Off of like the track or anything like that. But when Schwartz gets his helmet on and he gets out onto the track, it's like he's got bloodshot eyes.
This is great.
It's like Barsha Jr.
I'm just like, dude, he's just running in on everyone. Like, I'm pretty sure he ran it in on a lapper for no reason. Like, it was great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Look,
he's racing. Get the fuck
that's
out
how
of his
he
way.
rides.
He doesn't care. Like,
Yeah.
And then the way he made it into the main when Bailey and Costello.
Oh.
Like, I'm
Dude,
like, what the hell?
I was ecstatic, dude. I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
I felt bad.
Oh,
I felt
funny.
bad for Costello. I like that kid though. I met his dad once at a race.
Yeah.
I met his dad once.
I did.
We
I was
hung
just
out.
standing. Dude, I was in Phoenix a couple of years ago. I was just standing there watching practice, and I look, and dude's got the team jacket on because that was when they were doing that YouTube thing or whatever. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Are you with the team?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I am Mother Costello dad." And I was like, "Oh,
That's
hey,
how he
nice
sounded.
to meet you." Hey, I mean, he's got the accent. They're from whatever Venezuela or wherever the hell he's from, Ecuador, whatever it
You
is.
just gave me a Mario Kart.
Mhm.
Hey, it's a
Luigi.
Mario.
Hey,
All I know
I'm Martin.
Italian.
All I know is I just want to see what happens if Schwartz gets a start in a heat race, like how ridiculously hard it's going to be to pass him.
It's gonna be awesome.
I just want him to like settle down, just take it off half a notch,
Yeah.
and I think he'll ride better. But like I was watching him, and he would not want to jump through the loops. I'm like, dude, just jump through them, please.
No,
For my
hammer
sake,
that shit.
please
every
jump
day.
through them, because Suzuki's and skimming loops, they're not always,
Oh,
the best
Cantrell
bike
showed
to
us
skim
that.
loops on.
Yeah, Cantrell did
Yeah,
show us that.
yeah,
So, have you ever?
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go for it.
Have you ever been to Mumford's place to ride?
Yeah,
Is it cool
Yeah.
up there? It looks cool on video.
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's hard to catch a perfect day because
Yeah,
up in the high desert,
yeah.
you have the high desert winds,
Des
so-
life, bro.
dude. Those winds get gnarly.
Hey, next time you see him, though,
So-
tell him to DM me back. I'm trying to have him on the show too.
Look, Mumford
Oh.
does not want to come on the show, dude.
Why not? What else does he have going on?
I don't know. Be
Exactly.
Carson Mumford.
He doesn't have anything going on, dude. He needs to call into the show.
Bro, he's got his own YouTube thing. He's doing his own.
Have you talked to Cody Shock?
No,
If he wanted to come on?
Travis hates Cody Shock too because he screwed him
okay.
over
First
in
off,
fantasy one time.
Oh, here we go. Fantasy
I don't
stuff.
hate the guy. I was very upset
Bro,
about a
after
fantasy
Redbud,
pick
you
at
were
Redbud.
pissed.
I was because I watched
like,
him
"Fuck
go
this
off the
kid.
gate and turn
I'm
around and go
never-
back to the pits.
I'm never
But
picking him again.
Cody'd be a good guy to have on.
he was supposed to be
Oh.
on. He was actually supposed to be on the same weekend that we were at Redbud when we talked to you the first time, Matt. And then I don't know what ended up happening, but he didn't show up or something. So
That was a bad day for him.
Yeah, it was.
What happened is he said, like, I think it was like a decompression spring went out in that bike.
Oh.
So he, like, power, there was like barely any power. He could start, he could ride it, it'd be fine,
Yeah.
but it would just cut power.
Yeah, him and A-Ray started way on the outside. They
Yeah.
let the gate drop, fist bumped each other, and made one lap and pulled off together.
Yeah, and I was real mad because
Yep.
I had him in fantasy because he was doing pretty well, and then that happened, and I was like, "Fuck this guy! God damn it!"
Hey, he rode good.
No, he rode really well Saturday night. I sound like a dick right now.
Yeah.
But he wasn't on my radar to make the main.
No, he wasn't.
After seeing the stuff like the photo shoots that Vital did, I was like, Cody's gonna be good this year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot better than last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll DM him again if you talk to him or something though. Tell him I'm going to DM him
Tell
so
him
he
there's some
might hit
idiots
us
that
back.
do a YouTube show that want to talk to him.
Yeah. Be like they're all
Yeah,
right.
let him know.
They're not creepy or anything, or weirdos. So you can message them back. What, dude? That's what I think.
I'll let him know.
That's what I think half these guys think. They're like, who are these fucking creepy weirdos?
Look, man, they're
DMing me.
like, I don't got time for this shit. I mean,
Look,
Matt probably feels bad. That's why he's on right now.
these
He
Moto
feels bad.
guys,
He keeps
these
messaging
Moto
me.
guys aren't doing
What?
shit.
Ah,
You
we
got to
fucking
ride
do.
for
I
like
know.
30 minutes a day, do some stretching, maybe go for a bike ride for an hour, and
Travis,
that's
shut
it.
the hell up.
Maybe a factory guy.
That's like an hour and a half out of your day. all right?
If I
Maybe
get a
a
hold of
The rest of the
factory
fucking
guy.
time,
Look,
they're not doing nothing.
If I
That's right.
If I get a hold of Mitchell, this is why he's not coming on the show. And especially because after you interviewed him at Redbud with a fucking Geico shirt on,
I could have worn my pro circuit
and he's a
hat.
PC guy.
Whatever, it's fine. He's cool. Although he
like-
never sent me that number plate, he still owes me that.
Yeah, he didn't send anybody anything.
I'm
man,
bringing that
'cause
up.
Fox fucked him over.
I'm bringing that up. You know who he did send? Who's that fucking guy with all the jerseys?
Yeah, there's some guy
He's
that watches
got
the show
one.
that's just
We
got-
don't have one, and
wow,
I'm
this
pissed
show
about.
just went off the rails.
That's
again.
all right. It goes off the rails all the time.
Which Mitchell?
Harrison.
Mitchell Harrison.
Justin,
Okay.
Justin
boy.
used to mechanic
Justin
for
used
him
to
back
work
in the
for him.
day in
used
his
to-
amateur days.
Yeah, I used to build a lot of his bikes.
Mhm.
We actually used to sponsor him back in the day. But yeah, I got an interview set up after Redbud. Fucking Mitchell shows up, obviously in all of his pro circuit stuff, knowing he's going on camera, and fucking Travis has got a Geico shirt on.
I can't help it. I was
Looking
Geico
like
for a
fucking
while.
Daryl.
Leave me alone.
I didn't even notice that until he said something. I'm like, oh shit.
I
He
clean.
said something?
Mitchell, he said something to me like later. He's like,
Dude, he said something to me when I walked up.
oh, he did.
He was like, "Nice shirt." I was like, "Oh shit, fuck, damn it." Anyway,
You didn't
Turn
have
it
an
backwards.
undershirt on? You didn't have like no
And I
audible?
told him earlier in the
did you
day.
just ask if I had an undershirt on under my T-shirt?
It was a t-shirt or was it a sweatshirt?
It was a
I
T-shirt.
I told him earlier in the day, I was like,
man.
look, I got the interview set up, and he had the whole entire day.
I'm sorry. What? I had the whole the day I was at the track. So like, oh hey, buy a pro circuit shirt, which they probably don't even have at
Dude,
the damn
I know
thing,
you went over
for
to Moto Tees and got a fucking
$55.
event tee.
Yeah, on the first day, not on the last day.
Can you check
Yeah,
your
just turn your shirt inside out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Inside
dickhead.
out.
I'm not turning my Geico shirt. Look, I can't help it that I was on the team for a while. That's why my whole closet's full of Geico
my
shit.
God.
Maybe they just had some killer sales that I got in on. So whatever, fuck you guys, it's
You
fine.
better save that. Put it on eBay in a couple years.
Oh,
It might be
bro,
worth
it's
something.
all. I went through and I was cleaning my closet today, and the amount of Geico shit I have is ridiculous.
I'm
Anyways,
glad you came out of your
Yeah.
closet.
anyways, back to this
Absolutely.
interview
But
at hand.
anyway, okay. Well, Matt, anything else you want to talk about, man, in that 250 class or anything?
I got one last
Okay, you
question.
got a
Oh,
question.
let's
Cole,
go.
fire away, bro.
Go for it.
Matt,
Go for it.
obviously you're a big fan of the sport like we all are, even though you get to be more a part of
Mhm.
it than us. Who's your guy
Mhm.
this year?
He spends more money though.
Who's your guy in 250?
Who's my
West?
guy?
Yeah, and who you got for the 450 title?
450 title. Okay, let's do this one first.
He's like, that's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, okay. I'm going to say if Roxon can be smooth and not, do what he did last night again, he's going to clinch it pretty easily, I think. The only guy that's going to come up is Webb. That's it.
Okay.
Everyone else looks like they're like Tomac. Like it took him
Done.
like 4 laps to pass. Like I don't know who it was, but it was someone in the heat race. Like, dude, that's not championship level riding.
Yeah,
you know,
something's definitely
either it's a
different.
setup or a mindset or something. So
All right.
250.
Yeah, we're kind of on the same.
I don't know, dude. It's barely one round.
Please, for the love
I
of
could
God,
say
don't
McAdoo.
Justin Cooper.
I could say McAdoo,
Okay.
but he's a loose cannon sometimes.
Yeah, he's a
time
pinball.
bomb.
That's like,
Yeah,
that's
the way
our
he
thing is-
rides scares me.
That's like our thing. There's no real clear favorite on this coast.
No.
None of them have won
Yeah.
Supercross. They've won
I
races.
mean,
No.
Cooper on paper's the best guy, but yeah.
He'd look flat all night. He looked flat.
Yeah, he didn't look
To be
great,
honest.
but he got it done. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Marchbanks is going to swoop
So-
in there on the Club MX Yamaha.
Oh,
Anybody see the
Hot
picture?
take.
Oh, go ahead.
If he stays healthy, he'll be up there in the
Yeah.
fighting for it at least.
Anybody see the picture of him after the race in his RV with or in the
With the
team truck
pizzas?
with the pizzas on his lap?
Who are we talking about?
March Banks.
He has an
he's had
RV.
3
No.
fat ass Pizza Hut pizzas.
There we go. That's one way to celebrate.
I mean, hey, whatever, dude. You can't tell me that
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt him after that day of riding. He'll be fine.
That's why Planet Fitness gives out pizza, right? Something about the carbs.
Look,
Planet Fitness
Well, the
sucks.
carbs, fats, and everything, that's good for after a race.
yeah, exactly. Don't
I
let
love
anybody
pizza.
tell you different. Hashtag Alden Baker.
Exactly. That's why it's fine to have a beer on the podium.
Yeah,
Yeah, bring
Wow,
back
Ricky.
Coors. Bring
But
it back
that's
to the
it.
sport.
Bring
dude.
back Budweiser.
You guys,
Exactly.
You guys want? Speaking of beer, there and Alden Baker.
boy.
So I heard that Steve hit up Webb after he won the race a couple of weeks ago and was like, "Yo, can I interview you?" Because they didn't have a press conference or something. And Webb was like, "Oh man, I'm already a couple beers deep." And I'm thinking, how are you doing that? Because Alden doesn't let you drink beer on the program, bro. I'm confused.
Maybe he does.
Because he's
who
Cooper
knows?
Webb and he gets to do what he wants.
It was an interesting thing. It just that little tidbit in there that you wouldn't normally
Well-
pay attention to. It was very interesting to me.
Well, I don't know. I think like for me, if I'm having some nerves the night before, I'll drink 2 beers and that'll put me to sleep.
I
I
like where
knew
you're
I
at.
liked this guy. I knew I liked
That's
this guy.
that's what I did
This is our
Friday
guy
night.
here. Oh man, that's
2
awesome.
beers, it'll put me to sleep.
I like
Yes.
it.
I need
So,
to get on that program.
I mean,
See, Hubert should have
I
raced
mean,
in the
I-
90s.
Yes.
Matt should have raced in the 90s.
that wouldn't have been 2 beers.
No, that'd have been like 12.
That would have been many more.
That's all right. That's all right.
Hanging out
But
in Havasu with
I know,
Fro.
yeah, I know, Marvin Muskin.
Yeah.
I mean, he has wine before the race nights, so
I think that's a French.
Alden's got to know.
Yeah, that's an interesting. That's
So
but
Well, Porcel used to smoke weed, so he got that.
there is that.
Whatever, man.
That's one way to wind down.
If he wanted to burn one down and still ride as well as
With
he
his
did,
cats.
go for it.
His
Whatever.
cats.
oh,
It
God.
might work.
Hey,
I
he's
know
still
I could
doing
never
good.
do it. Yeah, I know I could never do it.
No. So.
No.
All right. Well, Matt, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
If we will try to have you on. You want him to talk about his sponsors?
No,
Yeah,
dude,
I bet he
just
wants to thank
ask
his
him if he wants to
sponsors,
thank
man.
Some. You're gonna be a dick and just let him
God.
go.
Look, bro.
No, just let him thank his sponsors. He didn't have to come on this janky radio show.
Y'all, can
No.
I finish talking?
No.
I am the fucking host of this show.
I don't give a damn.
Look at me.
He was just gonna send it.
Look
I know,
at
he's
me.
gonna be like, yo, deuces. thank
Look
you for
at
coming
me.
on.
This is my ship. Okay, you two.
The
This is
ship's
my-
going
Are you
straight
taking your
into an
headphones off? Are
iceberg
you
and
leaving?
down.
Please tell me you're walking off the show right now. Please tell me. Matt, why don't you thank your sponsors? And we thank you for coming on tonight. We really do appreciate it. And we'll have you on again because we like
Yeah,
talking to you.
yeah, for sure.
Not again.
So-
He's not good.
Yeah, he thinks we're clowns.
Oh, my God.
No, you guys are a fun group of guys.
Hey, we try to keep.
We
it
try.
light.
So-
We're like Brodacross. We just try to throw shit at the wall and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know? we're all about blood doping, sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the industry.
We were thinking about Moto TMZ.
Other than when
what-
Rob's on the phone, when Coach Rob's.
Hey,
on the
there
phone,
we
it's
go.
all
Yeah, when
business.
Coach Rob's on the phone, though, I'm very serious.
Yeah, we were gonna do Moto TMZ and what's the latest on Fortner.
Oh
and
my
shit.
gosh,
Yeah,
That's
so.
Kevin's deal.
that would be funny.
Okay, all right. Let the man finish talking here. We've got more guests coming up. All right, Matt, go ahead.
Yep.
Please thank your sponsors, and we thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for letting me come on. And first off, TPJ Racing, amazing people there. Ted has been taking care of me for 2 years now. And going hand in hand with that is, WPS, Fly Racing, DSC Construction. Scott over there has been helping a ton with my program. I got Grapevine Power Sports, awesome dealership in Texas. If you guys are ever in like the Houston area, or if you guys go to like the Arlington round or anything, dude, their facility there is sick.
Sweet.
Like their building, they have a brand new building. It's badass.
Great. Badass.
Enzo Racing's pretty sweet. Suspension's awesome. Pirelli tires are the best tires in the industry. Achurbis, VP Racing, Recluse, I think it's Motool Motool. The sag checker. Have you guys tried that thing?
No, but I want to.
Yeah, like the slacker,
Dude.
the slacker sag
Yeah.
setter thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The slacker, those things, dude, lifesaver.
Is
Because you can do it by yourself.
that Sean Morris you deal with with those?
That's who it would
Is
be.
that,
Mhm.
is that Sean? Yeah. Sean's from around here. We know him pretty well. Rad dude.
Yeah, I've looked
Yeah.
at them. I haven't bought one yet, but I've looked at them.
Do it.
I'm about to get
Yeah. So, yeah, just, dude, consider it because it's a lifesaver. Let's see, SDG Innovations. They do all my seat covers.
Okay.
Awesome guy there, Jeff. He's a SoCal native. He's a really cool guy. AHM Factory Services. They do all my motor work. So I know I said PC did my motor, but AHM does my 450 motor. He put together my motor for the 250. So everything's in his hands for my motor. And then Defy Graphics. They've been doing my graphics for a little over a year now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than like Karcher and Bike Bandit and all the guys that help TPJ run their rig and their program.
Yep.
Everyone on that whole list, like Engine Ice, Lucas Oil. I think it's Bike Blaster, that the sandblasting company. They make like portable sandblasters.
I don't know.
They're badass.
I'll have to look them up. That's in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, big powder coat guy over here.
I don't even know about
I think
it.
Powder coat guy.
Yeah, is it Raptor Blaster?
I don't know. I'll look. I'm gonna have to go to the Teddy Parks website here and look this stuff up because I'm gonna have to know.
Yeah,
The more you know.
Yep, Raptor Blaster.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure. They're these things are sick. I wish I had one.
Huh. All right. We'll have to check them out.
But yeah, that's about it. Everyone on my program has been helping me a ton, and getting me to this point has been a mission. But it was a fun journey, and I'm just happy to keep going on this journey.
Cool. Well, it's fun to
So-
watch, man. It's cool to see you actually out there doing it now. And like I said, thanks for coming on. We'll definitely have you on again. If not before, we'll definitely get you on when we get into motocross season. So
Yeah, for sure. Just let me know.
yeah, awesome, man. Well, enjoy your couple weeks off of training here in Florida, and then good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck at Daytona. We'll keep an eye out for you there. Okay, bud.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take it easy, man.
Bye bye.
All right, take care, man.
All right, there we are, Matt Hubert, bro.
We kept it together.
We did.
Hubbalicious.
Hubbalicious.
Hubbalicious. I like that.
He's gonna be eating sand for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
Hubbalicious. We'll have to ask him how that nickname came about.
yeah, we do need to do that at some
If
point.
it's something to do with a female.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I bet it's probably not what we think it is.
Like
Probably
bu-
not.
Like the Bubbalicious thing.
It's
Yeah.
probably nothing
Yeah.
super cool. It's probably just like
He's just
something
like,
that
I
came
needed
to
a-
his
I
mind
needed
as he
a-
was
I
making
needed
his
a tag.
Instagram.
Maybe it's
so.
something cool. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Oh,
All right, cool. Well, let's take another break. I got to reset these cameras, and then we'll get Kev and Colton on here.
Because then the shit talking is probably.
Oh, it's gonna commence here. I've been queuing this up all week, guys.
Have you?
Yeah, bro. I've been
can't believe you were
texting both of
about to
them, being like, "Yo, so y'all are coming on to talk shit to each other? This is perfect."
Still can't believe you were just about to like.
Hang on. Let's take a step back here.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? First off, was he off
Were
the
you
phone
on
yet?
the same page I
Was
was?
he off the phone yet? No. Was he off the phone yet?
I'm about to get a whiteboard and just sit over here and go like this.
We have a
Sponsors?
pit board. We can get a pit
we
board.
need to get the pit board and send messages.
Yeah,
going
by the
forward.
way, you two, in the middle of the interviews, I can't read fucking lips, all right? So when you two are over there like,
he knew what I was talking
fucking-
about when I did Randy
I don't
Lawrence.
fucking understand. I don't fucking understand. All I see is you moving your
I
fucking
just can't believe he's doing
cock
that. and I'm
tunnels
thinking
over there.
He's about to go through this and not even let him think.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Now maybe yes.
he's starting to wrap it up, like, and I just sorry.
Was he
Trav.
off the phone yet?
No.
Sorry,
Then shut
I
the
just
fuck
didn't-
up,
I-
you
You
two.
are right, but
I
I was
just didn't have faith in my
I
boy
was
over
just
there.
thinking.
What? Why do you not have faith?
I was just thinking.
We've been
you were
doing this for
literally
5 years.
I thought he was just gonna be like, well, yeah, thanks
Well,
for
yeah,
coming
see
on.
ya.
Have a good night.
We've been doing this for 5 years.
Listen, man, we're still.
I haven't
some
been doing
janky
this with
YouTube
guests
show.
for 5 years, have you?
When have I done an interview I haven't asked for somebody other
Look,
than Kevin,
we did
who's
lose-
on every fucking
We
week?
did lose a little bit of faith, just like you lost faith in you that you could do the intro or do the stuff on social. So I apologize, but I for real thought you
I've
were
been
about to
dropping
go-
the ball a little bit.
He
man.
has dropped the ball, but he was, in all fairness, he did a good enough job that I didn't fucking fully, go full asshole and
I've
just
been
be like,
stepping
fuck
up
you,
the
leave.
social game. You been seeing some of it?
Some of it. How
AJE
about some of
started
the
following
thumbnails?
us yesterday on
Oh,
Instagram.
really?
Did you see that?
How about the thumbnails?
Those are good.
The thumbnails are great.
How about the thing I made so you didn't have like half-ass looking sponsors across the
Wait,
bottom
yeah.
of the screen? You
AJE
like that
got
one?
really?
Yeah, they I was surprised
Can
to
we
see
get
it
Chris
too.
Bloss on there? We get Chris Bloss.
Maybe, I don't know. They
Team
start-
Solitaire. I'm gonna try to get some Solitaire guys on.
Can you try to get Nuclear Blast on here too?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that they're the same fucking team.
Solitaire. Nuclear
Yeah,
I
Blast.
mean, bro,
Robbie
I
Wageman?
don't think you understand. I'm DMing at least a
Robbie,
few people
Bobby
a week.
We should.
I DM'd Anstey. I did DM
You know
him.
who would have been great to have on the show tonight after what happened? Cade Clayson.
I thought about hitting him up, but then I didn't, and then it got to be too late. So,
Be like, hey man, you just got Bowers.
yeah, we could ask. Actually, never mind.
What?
Nothing.
Is this a guest brainstorming session now?
No, we need to take a break though.
Let's just stop and go back to the fact that you were about to drop the ball on sponsors.
Fuck you guys. He wasn't even off the phone yet, and you guys jumped
You
down
were
my
getting
throat.
ready to wrap him
You know
off.
what? We're taking a break. We got to reset the cameras. We'll be back in a second.
All right.
Okay. You want to do it? Do you want to do it too? Fucking clap. You might as well. God, this show is a
Golf clap.
God, everybody quiet. God, this show is a shit show. That's what we should have called.
Restart it.
We can't. Have
3,
y'all-
2, 1, and
Actually, there's a podcast called The Shit Show. Have y'all ever heard of
No,
that?
I don't. No.
Yeah, check it out. You'll like it.
shit show mode.
Can we?
All right, we're
can
late.
We get
Follow.
Cowboy
I
Kev
know.
on?
Hold on.
Can we get
All
Cowboy
right,
Kev on?
yo, God, he's already texting me.
Can we get Cowboy
Yeah,
Kev
because
on?
he's like, hey,
Shut
bro,
the fuck
am I still
up.
coming on? Like,
Hey man, I got other things to do.
Look, all right.
cocaine
Kev
to
doesn't
smoke.
have nothing
the
to
ring
do.
count?
Okay,
3?
Kev doesn't have nothing to do.
That's fucking rude.
He's
Rude.
in Florida. He's hanging out. He
Yo,
doesn't, he doesn't have shit to do. Okay, don't act like he's got a bunch of shit to do.
oh, hey.
Oh hey, Kev, Cowboy Kev, what's up, bro?
yo,
God damn it.
Yo,
hey,
Are we getting a reaction?
are we?
do you want Colton and I on the same call or what?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty.
Hold on,
I
let
didn't
me-
know if you wanted to call separate.
No, let me call
it about
Colton
to get
too.
gnarly?
here. Hold on. We're about to.
Well, we're like right next to each other, so I don't know if audio is gonna be messed up.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me.
God, Travis,
Good
you
thing
are
you
a great
called
host.
Look. All right. I don't. You two over there across the table. Just shut the fuck up. All right.
Listen, man, be better.
Oh my God.
You can do better.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we have a question for you right off the bat.
Yeah.
Kev can't hear us anymore because he's on hold. This is like when I call you guys. Okay.
Oh, boo.
So now we're calling Colton.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's
Why is he not
fine.
picking his phone up? Just not gonna answer.
Just not gonna answer us.
Huh?
There it
Hey,
is.
Colton.
Merge.
Welcome to the Moto Aftermath Show. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Great. Let me merge you in here with Kev here. Oh, wait, hold on. Merge calls. There we go. Let's
Great
merge
radio,
it.
bro.
Maybe. Kev, Colton, you both there?
Yo, what up?
All right. Technically, I got this on lock, I think.
No, you don't.
Maybe not. Are they both gone?
I still hear stuff.
I still hear stuff, too.
Jesus.
Yeah, barely hear him.
I know. What the hell? What the hell's going on
Oh
here?
my
Oh,
god.
great
Oh,
radio.
God.
Ball.
Oh, God.
Great
Looking like a
radio.
shit
Kev,
idiot.
talk again, man.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
loud and clear.
Colton, you talk now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. See, look, we got him. I don't know what everybody was freaking out about. God.
Okay,
Guys,
before we get
oh
started,
my God,
boys,
here we go.
before we
Okay.
get started-
We got to know.
We had.
Okay, so we just had Matt Hubert on the line here,
Oh God, here we go.
and Trav goes to wrap him up, and he just gets ready to send him off the line without even giving him a chance to thank his sponsors. Like, how ridiculous!
Yeah, what a professional host.
Like, what do you guys think about that? Is Trav just a shitty person?
Jesus Christ.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you guys both chime in. Tell Travis how shitty he is.
What? Why? What do you do?
I don't even know. So we have Travis, and who else is talking?
Oh,
Is it
sorry,
Colton,
sorry.
by the
Well,
way?
see, they wanted to jump down my throat. Sorry, Colton. So I'm Travis. I'm the host here, the guy that's the idiot that sponsors Kev or whatever. Then we've got Cole Ugetti on the phone here. He's one of my co-hosts. So Cole, say hi.
Hey, that was me.
Okay, and then we've got my other co-host, Justin Hartzell, on the line here. Justin, say hi.
Hey.
Okay, so we've got both of them. So just to lay this out for you two here, we had Matt Hubert on the line here
Terrible host.
for the last hour before you guys.
Terrible.
Terrible
And
host.
Oh, how'd that go?
it was great. We
No,
love
it
Matt.
wasn't great.
Yeah,
Hubblicious
it
is
was great
awesome.
until the end.
But then we get to the
Yeah,
end,
he's
right?
a good guy.
I'm wrapping it up, and these two start jumping down my fucking throat of, are you not going to let him say his sponsors out? And I'm like, am I fucking done? So then, of course, we let him do his whole sponsor deal and
No,
everything.
you were getting ready to wrap it up without even giving the man a shot.
And-
Yeah,
Thank
and then
the
he was
people that
nice. He was
got
like,
him to
hey, it's
where he
cool.
First off, this is my fucking boat, okay?
This is a boat?
I'm in control of this boat.
is. Yeah, it's sinking.
So if I don't want him to say his sponsors, I don't want him to say his sponsors. Second
Listen, how
off,
would
he
you-
wasn't off the fucking phone yet.
Would you
So-
let Kevin not thank his sponsors, you jackass?
Kevin's on the show every fucking week, okay?
Yeah, but he still wants to thank his
still wants to
sponsors.
thank his
We're not
people.
going through his
And then
sponsors
when
every
Colton wants to
fucking
thank
week.
his sponsors too when he gets off the line.
Colton
I-
can. Kev,
I-
you're out. Sorry, you're not saying you're.
Yeah,
sponsor,
no.
bro.
Cool guy anymore.
You can check
I'm-
out. You can check out KevinMoranzRacing.com if you really want to see. Shut up.
I'm Factory Moto Aftermath.
Oh my god. So anyway,
I'm yeah.
so
Factory. He
So-
said factory.
yeah, dude, we're a factory team over here.
Oh, did you give him a bonus for getting
Factory
that,
Moto Aftermath.
That
Yeah,
Moto
what was the
Aftermath on the
450
TV?
bonus?
Yeah, what was the 450 bonus?
We haven't seen any bonuses yet.
What
Oh.
450?
Oh.
Time out.
Oh.
Time out.
Hey, I did get go kart riding, so that was included.
Yeah, so there's a fucking bonus.
He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
He
Are
needs
you-
money.
No, you need
Yeah,
some-
that was
you need some
sick.
pre-race steam to blow off.
Are you kidding me? He doesn't need that. Do you know how much it costs to ride those fucking go-karts?
No, because I don't.
Yeah, it was not cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it, like $45 for 3 rides or something?
I don't know. I think it was like
Yeah, it's
50 or
50.
55 something. I don't know.
Look,
Anyway,
worth it.
there needs
You
to be a
two-
bonus for getting the TV time
you two,
always on the starts.
you two ran your fucking mouths.
I would
about the whole
have to say
whatever
I would
bonus.
have to. Well, one, he's already a part of my Patreon, so that's different. So it's not like he's just giving me $50. But
Go.
I would say, you know, for the amount of TV time, the amount of mentions we have gotten, then it's definitely worth it.
We're on TV all the time. It's fucking great. It makes that credit card run every single month worth it.
Strip's
Okay.
hot.
We're doing well.
Well, I appreciate that.
Including
I
that
appreciate
LCQ fucking start and little finagle you pulled last night.
Yeah, that was bad.
Dude, so I got ran wide right on the second corner, and so I got messed up to the point where I couldn't hit the triple because I wasn't on a 450. It's not like I could just hit the gas and go. So I knew I wasn't going to make it. I think if I wouldn't have gotten stuff like that, or at least messed up, I think it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Watching it on TV looks sick. You
Yeah.
just come out of the gate, the front wheel just comes off the ground just like that perfect amount, and you're just eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then those two guys pushed wide, snuck right under him. I'm like right there with Hart Wrapped. I'm like, let's go.
I was gonna say the sneaking under was great. let's bring
little
Colton
snake.
on here though, because Colton hasn't been on the show before. Let's ask his opinion. What did you think of Kevin's night last night, Colton?
Why the hell did you?
Well, I didn't get to personally watch a lot of it, but from what I saw this morning when he showed me on the TV, I thought it was pretty good.
You don't have to sugarcoat it, man. Talk all the shit. I told you, man. This is a shit talking.
Colton doesn't give a shit about Kevin's night. He wants to talk about his night.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think we both qualified in the same spot at 38. So his qualifying was just about the same as mine. And he got a lot better starts than I did, though. To be honest, especially in that LCQ, I was actually pretty surprised that he got that good of a start on his 250.
Well, he's got that cheater nitrous button, bro. So don't feel too bad.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got like a
Right?
But no, I thought he did really good.
Yeah, he did all right, man.
Yeah, Travis has a spoon out over here stirring the pot, thinking
So
you're going
how
to
about
shit
you
all
actually
over him,
ask how
but he's giving
Colton's
his
night
boys some
went
credit.
instead of talking about Kevin's night?
Look, we got time, okay? God, would you two shut the fuck up? You're the co-host, okay? Just sit there and smile.
Listen,
and
we
when I
started
want
this
you
show
to ask-
together, jackass.
When I want you to ask a question, then I'll point to you, okay?
Listen.
Until then, shut the fuck up. God damn it.
So we started this show
Language,
together.
boys, language.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trav, you're at a 10. Take it down to a 5.
Sorry, I was trying to get Justin riled up tonight. I'm the one over here just riled.
I know it's all.
All right, so
It's because I have
You should see this man's
so
hair
it's
right
calling
now.
me
He
the
looks straight
frick
out of
down.
oh my God, I'm getting a haircut on Tuesday. So Colton, let's talk about your night, man. How did it go? What was it like for your first round there? You know, give us the full details of how your day went. Let's hear this.
So I thought it was honestly, obviously the West Coast 250 class is pretty stacked. And I was glad I was in beat practice, which was good. And I got out there and I felt like I rode okay in time qualifying, and that gave me 38th spot. It was a little bit closer than I obviously had wanted. But we got in, so that was good. And then going into the night show, I was pretty, I have never really done that. That was my first one. So I was excited, and I didn't get the best of starts, in either the heat or the LCQ, but I had a whole lot of fun out there, honestly. I haven't, I've been looking forward to doing that my whole life, really. That's what we trained to do. And I feel like I kind of rode mediocre. And so hopefully we'll go back to MTS. I'm at home right now, so hopefully we'll go back to MTS here in a couple of days and work on the weaknesses and stuff that we need to improve on, and hopefully we'll be better at Daytona.
Okay. So was this your first Supercross then?
It was, so this one was my 5th.
Okay.
Last year I did the first 4 of East Coast before I got canceled.
Okay.
And yeah, so this was my first one this year, and hopefully the first full season.
Yeah, hopefully we'll make it all the way through this year. I don't need another repeat of 2020. So
No, not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're on a Yamaha, right?
Yamaha.
Yeah, I'm on a Yamaha. Last year I was on a
Suzuki, baby.
Yep.
Oh, he was just kicking it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, man.
Even
you
alone.
probably got a lot of shit for being on that Suzuki, but I owned one for quite a while, and one of the best bikes I
Hey,
ever
they're
had.
good bikes, man.
Damn good bike.
They are. They're good bikes. A lot of people hate on them.
That's what I'm saying.
They're good bikes.
Listen, Hubert already told you Schwartz said that Bar X bike is the best bike he's ever had.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm just telling
Who said that?
Matt Hubert and Dylan Schwartz are good buddies, and we were talking about that, and Schwartz was saying how his Bar X Suzuki is a fire breather.
It is.
What?
I mean, your bikes are good, and my bike was good too.
Kevin's
It's
like,
just,
what?
Kevin doesn't believe it. That's awesome.
He's like, I don't know about all
So,
that.
Kev, you're just completely out on Suzuki. So, like, no chance you'll swing your leg
He
over
doesn't
one.
kick it.
Me? No, I mean, I had to race.
Last year in Germany, that's what Kevin rode.
That's
Part of it in Germany, guys.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You were, the Liat Castrol kit, weren't you? Something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Kevin was Mr. Suzuki in Germany, guys. So
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that thing turned on a dime in that little arena, didn't it?
They did. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad.
Those
But
things turn.
they are. Since then, Castrol has changed to a KTM team, so I am very excited to go back over.
But he's one of them orange bleeders now.
Oh,
Well,
man.
you're a red bleeder.
Yeah.
I just picked up a gas, so.
All right, so which one of you two won the y'all? I saw y'all racing your pedal bikes the other day. Which one of you two won that race?
That was
Kevin won
definitely
the
just a
first one, I won
recovery.
the second one, so in Moto scores, that would put me with the overall.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So I would say I won that one, guys.
That a boy. Don't let Kev try to bullshit you.
Hang on,
there,
I
man.
need the background on this pedal.
It is funny, like we were
It
just
was a
like on
recovery-
both
it
of
was a
them.
recovery ride.
Yeah.
About 30 feet to the finish.
I know. That's like we both we weren't even saying anything. We told each other like at the top of the bridge we're gonna just chill from there. And like up the bridge, like we were just like not looking at each other and just slowly like pushing harder and harder and trying to keep creep our wheels in front of each other. Then after we crossed the finish line, we just started laughing because we knew we were both idiots trying to beat each other.
I'm just picturing that scene in Days of Thunder where it's Tom Cruise and the other guy. They come out in the wheelchairs in the hospital, and they're just slowly trying to push up each other, and then they just end up racing.
Oh
You
man.
know what I'm talking about?
So
That's what I'm picturing.
So Colton, you said you're going back
Nobody
to MTF. Kev, are you
Never
going
seen
back?
that movie.
Are you going to MTF with him this week then, or are you staying down in Florida?
Well, I mean, like this. I guess you are right. MTF is technically in Georgia, but the plan for me is undetermined. I'm gonna try to get. I think Colton and I are gonna try to grab a day of riding down here in Titusville or close to around here Tuesday, and then hopefully be back in. I'll probably if I don't find anything solid here, I'll go back to Tallahassee and then try to work in with the MTF boys if they let me. Or I'll probably just set up at GPF because I know for sure I can ride there and at least just get some good days of riding in on the 450 is the biggest thing for me right now.
Okay. What was the 450 class like last night compared to your 250 days here?
That's what I was going to ask.
The biggest thing I would have to say is the aggression between a 250 race and a 450 race is a 9-day difference. I didn't realize it until I started thinking about it last night, is they're able to be more aggressive because they have the power to still get the jumps, right? Okay. 250s, you can't be that aggressive because you have to have the momentum to get the big rhythms, momentum to get the big triples, right?
Yeah.
So, perfect example is I come out in second, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody in the 250 class would have made that move before that Supercross triple if we were all on 250s. Because as soon as I had that move made on me, I didn't have the power to get over that triple, right? So, if I was on a 450, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
But I can't be that aggressive on a 250 because I need to go wide and set up to get good, the big rhythms. So that's, I think, the biggest thing for me is just learning the aggression factor and then hopefully getting on the 450 so I have the power to get over those jumps and still allow myself to be aggressive. But, yeah, 100% the biggest difference is just, how aggressive those riders are.
It's more of a...
And then when you're coming in... when you're coming into an LCQ that's got Dean Wilson and Shane McElrath and Brandon Hartraff and all those dudes, it's a little bit different.
Yeah. So, Colton, what do you think of the track last night?
Last night or during the day? I'd say during the day. It got extremely dry, and I thought the layout was actually pretty good. It was just the way that honestly, the transitions were a bit funky because I was out there pretty early on in the day. I was second practice, so the transitions were really funky and set it up kind of weird in the rhythms. But I thought the layout was actually really good, and they did a good job with what they had with all the rain and everything. But it got extremely dry and extremely chewed up. And by our last practice, it was honestly pretty hard to piece of a lap together that was without going over rocks and all this other stuff and pebbles and trying not to slide out. And the whoops were crazy. They were. I haven't really. The only time I've ever seen whoops like that in my life were last year at Tampa, the first round at East Coast, and ever since those are the only whoops I've ever seen that got like that. And so I was kind of oh my goodness. So luckily I got through them, at a decent pace and was able to, get through the day. And then the night show was actually pretty good. The heat race was good. I was just riding kind of crappy. And then And the LCQ, it got rougher, but the whoops were still, they were gnarly, man. I remember the heat.
Yeah, they did.
I was the first heat, and I came around that right-hander. And, man, I was like, holy smokes, they didn't touch him. I came around coming around to skim them, and I was like, oh, my goodness.
Were you?
So I was like, holy smokes. But,
were you in one of the first heats last year at Daytona when they had those whoops that killed everyone?
They just built them and didn't tell anybody?
No,
yeah.
no. I saw that, though. That didn't look fun.
I mean,
no.
Ethnic Gaines.
Your boy was a part of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were rolling in there. That's
Nick
awesome.
Gaines set it off for everybody, didn't he?
Nick
He
Gaines.
exploded and then took everyone with him.
His soul was still on the track.
Yeah.
God.
So Colton, how do you know our boy Kev here? I mean, did you take him out in the corner one time?
From the farm.
From
the farm.
From Carmichael's. Yep, from Carmichael's.
Gotcha.
He came there, 2 years ago? And
Yeah.
I remember his first day, I was faster than him, and he was like, because Kevin was there to train for Supercross, and he came in kind of like a big shot, had his mechanic, Jacob, and he was like, "You just get on a Yamaha, But that's kind of how it started, and then we started hanging out. We watched Super Bowls together and stuff. So he stuffed my entire apartment up with heating up the Moe's queso. So
my goodness!
He put this Moe's queso in it was Super Bowl night, and he put this Moe's queso in my microwave, and he pressed 4-0 and put it in there for 40 minutes. But I mean, we ended up smelling it. I guess his intentions were for 40 seconds, but we ended up smelling it like 4 minutes.
We forgot about it.
Day,
or no, that's not exactly what happened.
2 years.
So
2 years, my entire pantry that's right next to my microwave still smells like that rotten queso.
Oh my god!
Or the burnt queso.
Did he buy you a new microwave?
I was pissed. No,
I bought
him candles. Just light a candle. It's not a big deal.
Oh my god!
Yeah, light a candle. It'll be good. Yeah.
Yes,
that's funny.
This is awesome.
So did you guys watch the Super Bowl together this year?
Yes, we did.
It's kind of a yearly thing now, I guess.
I don't think Kevin wants to talk about the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Kev probably doesn't want to talk about that. But were you?
It was rough. It was rough.
Colton, were you Chiefs or were you Tampa Bay?
That's where I was going. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was definitely Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
you were
I
just
bet that was
you were
an
just
eventful
grinding
evening.
that knife in slowly there that whole game.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
It was a blowout.
That's perfect. Well, we should have had you on after the Super Bowl Sunday then to rub that in a little bit more there because I definitely was rubbing in about that to Kev
Kev's
also.
morale was a little low.
Yeah, Kevin was pissed.
It was not soaked. It was not what we should have done.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay. So Kev, you're getting actually on the 450 then this week, correct? To start testing.
Yeah, my game plan is to be on the 450 in Daytona. I think I'm gonna probably need it with the sand and with just like how everything's gonna be.
Yep.
I think dude, and kind of piggyback off of what Colton was saying. Like one, they did not touch the loops since we started qualifying, so they did not touch them once all night. So with how kind of sketchy the track was, because obviously, like how Colton was saying, in qualifying, the transitions were just super weird. It was super dry where they had the tarps, and then in between all the transitions, it was wet and muddy and rutted. So then you go straight from slippery wet to then slippery dry to then hard to then soft dirt. So, it was really awkward. So to try to get through having to jump through those loops with all the knuckles on them and everything like that. I honestly think if I was on the 450, I probably would have ended up on my head just because having that much more power under me that I'm not used to. I probably would have looped out in the loops trying to jump through them. There's just that whiskey throttle factor is definitely real when you're getting tired. So I think it was the right move for me to be on the 250 there. And with minimal prep, with how sketchy the track was, I think that's the safest decision. And then now that we got 2 weeks until the next race, I think the biggest thing is get on the 450, get some time on it, and come out ripping at Daytona on the 450 is kind of my plan.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, with that 450, what all are you doing to it motor wise? Or are you just going ignition suspension?
Zero, absolutely zero. No, it's a stock 2019. Yeah, exactly. Stock 2019 450. It's got a recluse clutch, FMF pipe, and that's it.
Right on. Just suspension. Yeah.
And then I'll get it set. Yeah, I have it set up with Supercross suspension and whatnot already, and then I'm probably gonna maybe do a little bit of a hybrid setting, or I might take my 250 suspension that I've ran for the past 7 rounds or whatever. So it's obviously a little bit broken down, but that might work better because it'll be still a Supercross setup. Yeah, it's for a 250, but put it on the 450 and it might work as, better than like Moto 450 suspension. Because I don't think like Supercross 450 suspension is maybe the route. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm going to have some options there, so we'll play around with it and see what we like.
Yeah, no, that'll be cool.
Okay. All right. So we have another question for you guys. We ask Hubert this. So the whole McAdoo Alpine Star guy thing last night, red flag situation. What are your guys' thoughts? You guys can thumb wrestle over who goes first. Doesn't matter. But what are your thoughts?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I don't want to say 100%. I think 95% that was not McAdoo's fault.
Thank you.
I think because, dude, like, one, McAdoo was in race mode. He did not know that the red flag was out, right?
Yep.
So he saw Cooper slide right around Martin. That's exactly where McAdoo was going to go. And then the guy didn't even decide to look right to see if anybody was coming. Stepped right into McAdoo, and that's what forced him to hit Alex. So I think 100% because he didn't know the red flag was out. Yes, the riders behind them knew that it was out because they got it over the finish line, and there was not another red flag until they crossed the starting line after the loop.
That's so
McAdoo and Cooper, they thought they were still, race mode. So I don't think that's McAdoo's fault. Yes, it's shitty. Yes, obviously you don't want to see anything like that happen. But one, the medic dude stepped right into him. Like that was not a smart decision.
Did you hear that, Justin?
Yeah. So that's my 2 cents. What do you think, Colton?
I mean, before I say anything, I think McAdoo, I don't think it was his fault. And honestly, I think McAdoo has the utmost respect for the medical crew and downriders, because personally, I've been the downrider, and McAdoo was there when I was down, and the way that he handled it, I got a lot of respect for him. And so I don't obviously I don't think McAdoo meant to do that, and I don't think any of that meant to happen. I don't think the medic meant to be hit. I think everybody was just trying to do what was best for themselves, and it kind of just happened. I don't think it's really anybody's at fault. I just think everybody was trying to do their job. I think McAdoo was trying to, obviously he saw the flag, but the medic was right there where he was going, and so I don't think anybody's at fault. I think the medic was doing his job, and I think McAdoo was trying to do his job and mind the medic flag. And so, yeah, I agree with Kevin, and it's just kind of a freak thing that happened. And yeah, that's it. That's really all I have to say about it. So.
Do we know if he got any penalties or fines or anything like that?
I don't think so.
I think he's good. I just think it's ridiculous.
No, I don't think he did, and I don't think he should. I don't think they should.
No, 100% he shouldn't.
Find him at all.
No, it goes.
Did you guys see his?
Yeah, it goes back.
Did you guys see his video he posted on Instagram?
No, I haven't seen it.
So he at least I saw McAdoo's pretty much just address the situation, apologize, I take full responsibility, XYZ. One thing he didn't mention, which I wish he would have mentioned, is I'm 95% sure he did not see a red flag before then. So his mind was still race mode.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
And he didn't mention that.
There was a lack of red flags.
Well, that's the thing
for
is
that.
They showed on TV the red flag coming out, and then everybody else was still racing, and it's nobody has any idea that the red flag is actually out,
except for the back half.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I think that's the thing is, so I think nobody really had any idea what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I don't. It was obviously a freak thing that happened. I don't think they should. I definitely don't think they should fine McAdoo.
No.
It was just a freak thing that happened. And like I said, I think the medic was. there's a down rider. His instinct is to help that down rider. And I feel like if you put yourself in the medic's shoes, you do the same thing. Obviously, he in the video
just look the other way.
yeah, but at the same time, dude, he's trying to do what's best for us. And,
yeah, that's true.
It's all these keyboard warriors out there.
Oh, God,
they're so quick to judge, McAdoo. And
Why are you pointing at
I'm not
me?
pointing at you. I'm snapping.
You
Shut
pointed
up.
right at me.
I didn't. I pointed at that.
I'm with these guys.
But-
He's a keyboard warrior.
God, fuck
Yeah, but I think it was just a freak thing that happened. I don't think you can't hold these guys at too much of a it's his fault or his fault. That's what I think, and a lot of people might not disagree, or a lot of people might not agree with me, but you got to put yourself in both of their shoes, and it kind of is what it is. It happened, and so.
Yeah, I mean, we were mostly on the same page here, and I was very much on the same page with you guys of like, that Alpine Stars guy just stepped out there. Basically, he needs to be talking to about.
So did the other two? Did the other two there not agree with what we were thinking? What did you guys thought?
I was on the same
What were your guys thoughts?
Cole was on the side with me. Justin was a little bit more on the fence with stuff as far as like throwing it both ways type deal. No one was really like way on the other side of like it was all McAdoo's fault and he's a fucking idiot type deal like some of these idiots online. But
No, like the way I
a lot of those guys. I think a lot of those guys do that out of proportion, dude.
Oh yeah,
they really did.
There should have been a red flag
a lot
on
of
the
these
triple.
guys, and McAdoo should be. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Like I said before I said anything about it, I have a lot of respect for McAdoo because, like I said, I was one of the down riders one time whenever he was, with all the medics and everything. And yeah, so I have tons of respect for McAdoo, and I don't think he would ever, try to put anybody at risk or anything like that. So, like I said, I'm standing by what I said. I don't think it was his, I don't think he would try to do anything like that or, so.
Yeah. So 450 wise, you guys, who you guys got for the title here? Because now we're 6 points difference. So we're right there with Coop and Kenny.
Webb is strong when he gets strong, dude. Like when he gets some confidence. Honestly, you asked me between the two, I want Kenny to win. But does he have it? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think as long as Webb stays on that spring shock, I know they were messing around with that air one all the way through the beginning of the year, and ever since he's been back on that spring shock, it's been a different game.
Which shock was he running this weekend?
He was on the spring.
Is that the one that he's been doing good on?
Yeah.
Is it spring shock?
Yep.
Yeah, the spring shock he does well on. They put the gas shock or the air shock on, and then all of a sudden he doesn't do quite as well.
Are you talking about forks or shock?
No, shock.
The rear shock.
The rear
The
shock.
rear shock is an air
They
shock.
have an air shock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barsha's running
air
it.
shock.
I think Zacho's on it.
Yeah.
They're
They're developing it
because
because it's supposedly coming out on like the 22s or 23s, something like that is what I've heard. So
Whoa, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Dungy used it back in like 13 or so. Remember when he was sitting on the line and the ass end of the bike just deflated?
Yes, I was about to bring that up.
I actually think
whenever
Colton
it
Hoff-
shocked, the air came out or something, and his back end just choppered.
I also
Yeah.
think the GP guys, the gas guys, I think Colton Hoff was testing it last year at the end of the GPs.
Yeah, they say it's like Sleater was talking about it. It's like a super dead feeling, I guess. So,
yeah.
But
Now let me ask you guys this, Kevin, Colton here. Do you guys think that Kenny should have got more aggressive with Eli last night to get by him, and then have a run at Barsha to have a chance at getting on the box, or do you think he played that well last night?
You go first, Colton.
To be totally honest, I have no idea what happened in the 450 race.
Awesome. Love it.
I love having riders on the show, but it's always a toss-up whether they actually watch the race or not. So
Well,
it's
you
always...
like how Colton hesitated?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know.
it sounded like Kevin knew that he didn't watch it yet and just set him up for failure.
He was like, hey, Colton, here's that bus. Go
He's
ahead
like,
and
yeah, I
step in
know
front of
Colton
that."
didn't watch it. You go first.
Honestly, I was trying to be nice to let him go first for once. But no, I went up in the stands and watched a little bit of it, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I remember watching Roxon pass Tomac right before the finish line, right? Like, so the corner, 2 corners before the finish line, so like the
Okay,
corner before
yeah.
the rhythm
Yep.
before the finish line. Is that right?
He got in underneath him.
Yeah. So like,
Marty
I
got in
think
the way.
I think that he maybe should have pulled the trigger sooner, but at the same time, I'm not in Roxon's shoes, so I can't say anything against him or anything like that. But for like championship's sake, like I think so, and I think there was if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there was a lapper that screwed Roxon over like a lap or two before the very end, like when he was making his run on Barsha, because obviously Roxon needed that position.
I'm not laughing at you. You said that, and these two over here both got the hardest thinking faces going. Like, was there somebody? Who was it? I should know this. It was so funny to watch, man. You might. Be
I
right.
could be completely
No, I'm just thinking,
wrong,
like,
but
if I'm looking from Roxon's perspective, I'm like looking at this wild child of a Barsha in front of me, thinking, "What the fuck am I gonna do?"
Yeah.
oh yeah, you got to be, because like that was for podium, so like Barsha's about to take him out.
Yeah.
So like almost for the championship's sake, and knowing Barsha as a rider, that might have been a good championship move just to take the fourth.
Yeah. I
Agreed.
Because fourth is manageable. Now, if you get taken out and you end up 12th and you don't have the championship lead anymore, it's different.
Yeah.
Well, good thing for Kenny, he likes Daytona, and Coop's not really the biggest fan, so.
Yeah, Coop hasn't been great at Daytona, at least on the 450.
Yeah.
Eli took him out once.
Let's not bring that up.
Why?
Because it's just.
You don't want to talk about welcome to the 450 class, kid?
No, because, I don't think it really matters now.
Yeah, whatever.
it doesn't
They
matter.
both have the same amount of Supercross championships.
Whatever. Anyway. Kev, did I ask him about what he thought of the track last night?
No,
already?
you asked Colton, though.
Okay, all right. I just want to make
forgot
sure.
about
Yeah, yes,
Basically,
Colton.
what I got was shitty during the day and
Well,
kind of not shitty.
Before you go into that, I want to ask Kevin. So now that you've seen a round, and it's not a good barometer, but how do you think you would have done last night had you been on the 250 in the 250 class?
Oh, all I can say is I'm stoked I'm in East. No, I mean, with the way I'm riding, dude, like, obviously, there's some good guys that didn't even make the main event. So, like, but me, like, with how I've been riding and with my starts, let's put it that way, because those guys didn't make it in because they got shitty starts.
Yeah.
So, me with my starts and my speed, I think main event for sure. But obviously, it's a little bit deeper field, even though
That's a bold
just
statement,
like our
Kevin.
yeah, I know it is. damn straight though. Like I got confidence in myself. I mean, just like I was actually talking to some guys, about me going into the 450 class. Was like, I literally said this to multiple people. I might have even said this to you, Colton. You can maybe back me up on this. But I was like, going into the 450 class, especially on a 250, I was like, guys, going straight from the heat, very minimal chance. Maybe I get a good start and can run up there. But, like, it's just a stacked field, and me on a 250 with how aggressive and fast those guys are on the 450, not the best chances. But I was like, your boy's really good at starts. As soon as we get all the factory boys out and they transfer straight through, we go to the LCQ. I was like, I really think I can be, top 5 in that start in the LCQ. And sure as shit, I was second coming out of the corner. So, my starts definitely are there. So, like, that's where I would have to say my confidence goes up in my results of what could have happened in the 250 class.
Just stay away from Bowers in the LCQ.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not going to lie. In the LCQ, when you came around that corner in second, I was like, oh, man, we got a chance here. And then you didn't jump that triple, and I was like, well, there it goes. Like, as soon as it happened, I was just like, well, shit. But
I still
that
think
triple
it's a
was big.
move just
That
getting,
That triple was massive.
yeah, that's all right, man.
just getting in there and being with those guys has got to be so much learning.
And, just like you said, more TV time, getting my name mentioned. Like,
You did.
more
You
money,
did.
Good.
Travis.
450 LCQ, the name was mentioned.
Yeah. No.
He's on a 250. I was like, damn straight.
Just put it out there.
Now, going back to practice, they had you on Race Day Live for quite a while, and their big thing was that you were on the bubble for getting into the show.
Yes.
Now, were
Yes.
you stressing on that? Did you have a guy standing there
Dude.
at the pit board saying, hey?
I did. We calculated it because I was sitting 36th or something like that coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then right after B practice got done, I was like, I kind of told my team and everything, I was like, I want you guys, having the list from qualifying 1 and the list from qualifying 2 and add everything up so I know where I'm sitting when I take off the gate. And like when we were taking off the gate, they're like, dude, you're P43. So I was like, okay. 100%, I'm out of it if I do not go faster. So, I went out there, and obviously, I'm not the best at the qualifying situation. I'm more of a racer. So I went out there and just immediately started putting in like a moto. Like I did like 5 fast laps in a row instead of doing like 1 fast, 1 off, or 2 fast, 1 off, 2 fast. But no, I just went out there and did 5 laps and, worked my way up and then down, worked my way up, and then some other people went faster. So then like I knew that I had to have under a 55.3 to get into the night show. And I think I was at like a 55.4 or a 55.6, something like that. And he had that on the pit board. He said, need 55.3 for night show. And I was like, oh, boy. Yeah. And, we're getting down to like three minutes left. Yeah, 3 minutes left. And, like, honestly, like, looking back on it, I'm really proud of myself for, like, just being composed and not, like, just freaking out and trying to send it and do something stupid. Because, like, I just came over and I was like, it's going to come down to getting the rhythms good and getting through the loops good. So like getting the little like triple or triple quad out, whatever I can get. And sure as shit with a minute and a half left, which I actually watched it back and they were talking, they're like, Kev's probably the only one right now that could probably realistically get himself in. Like it's between like me and Slosher. So like, it was funny too, dude. Like when I talked to my brother afterwards, he's like, dude, I've never been so excited at 4 p.m. on a Saturday besides watching you do that. That's awesome. Because he was like, you know how they followed me do a slow lap before that and like only had a minute left on the clock? Do you remember that?
Yeah. And you
like I was still out. Like I got in the night show like on the last lap. So like Colton, my brother, he was like saying, he's like, dude, I was screaming at the TV telling you to go because you had no time left. Yeah. And so like when I actually pulled off that fast lap at the very end, he's like, dude, I was so stoked. And like I was stoked about it too. So like I think that was big for me.
Yeah, and it's like watching a basketball game coming down to the buzzer because then Schlosser got one chance at one more fast lap and he dicked it up a little bit. Right?
Yeah, and then when he gave up, whatever, I was like, "Oh, let's go."
Yeah. Here we are in the show.
That's awesome.
So,
no,
yeah,
I was glued to the TV. I was stoked for you too. So,
were you all shocked about how many entries there were for that round compared to the other rounds where there have been
for 450 or both?
Both.
Well, 250.
I think 450s because there were a few guys that did what Kevin did. I don't know if they were on 250Fs as well, or did they go to 450s? Do you know that, Kev? Was Carnell?
Yeah, Sale. I think the only 3 250s that got in were me, Sales, and Carnell.
Okay.
Sweet. So.
And I beat out all the 250s, so that's what I was talking about.
Fastest 250 guy. Claim it.
Stamp it.
Bro, you gotta get like if you're not qualifying for the main, you gotta get like 5th place and stack these Pulpamex LCQ challenge points. See if you can win.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Hey, they pay out pretty good. So
what did they get last year? Like
I know.
Or something.
Yeah, I think Clayson won it. You got like 30 grand or something. And this year they're paying down like 7 spots, I think, or something.
I don't know about you guys, but if I'm in that position, and I might back her down and take the 5th,
get the points.
Yeah.
So, Colton, are you going outdoors for the whole outdoor season this year too, or?
Oh yeah, right now that's the plan.
Okay.
Yep.
On 250 still, or are you going to go to 450 for outdoors?
Yep, 250.
Sweet.
250.
Cool. Awesome.
We'll be hanging over the fence for you at Redbud.
Yeah.
Probably shirtless.
Thanks.
I will not be shirtless.
That was weird, Cole. You didn't need to say that.
Cole will be shirtless. The rest of us will have our shirts on. I'll probably have the pit board for.
I'm not on a great training program. So
I got a question for.
Yeah, Colton.
I got a question for Colton.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because we asked Hubert this. Come to find out, he's friends with him. Colton, did you get into it with Dylan Schwartz at all yesterday?
He was like taking everybody
Sorry,
out.
what was that? I couldn't really hear.
Did you get into it with Dylan Schwartz at all yesterday?
No, not really.
Because he was just saying everyone.
Why? What was going on?
Because he was trying to take out literally everyone. He took out Mumford. He tried taking out Subaros. Tried taking out Martin Costello. Like, he literally was running it in on everyone. Yeah, so we asked Hubert that, but come to find out he was friends with him.
Yeah, but I mean, if I remember right, he made it to the main, didn't he?
He did, because Martin Costello and Jordan Bailey had the most ridiculous sequence ever.
Yeah.
But no, like, I was just wondering about that because, like, I haven't seen a rookie come in and try to just run it in on everyone in front of him and like that in forever. So I just had to see if he was getting into it with everyone.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I didn't really see him much throughout the day. We must have been on the opposite ends of the track. But yeah, I didn't really come into contact with him like the other guys did, I guess.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, he was definitely being very aggressive yesterday. So, all right, cool. Hey, you guys got any other questions for them?
No,
I'm good. Are you
gonna let them take their sponsors?
Let them go?
How about you guys go fuck off in that corner over there?
Language.
Colton,
Language.
why don't you do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank here before we let you guys go?
For sure.
All right, go for it, man.
Yeah, I definitely do. You get. I'd like to thank Dismal Mods, Spaceport Cycles, Yamaha, Fly Racing, Oakley, Engine Ice, Mika Metals, HBD Graphics, Hoosier Tires, FMF, Dirtbike Depot, DW Performance, Drew, my trainer, MTF, Brian, Little Brian, Colleen, Brad Smith, the track worker, everybody I train with there, Power Bar Sport, Polar, and C Concepts. That's
you like
anybody I forgot, thank you.
You like them Hoosier tires?
I like mine.
Yeah, actually, I really do. I really like them Hoosier Tires.
I'm just asking. I haven't
No, I
run
was
a
going to
set.
say they suck.
I rode on a
don't
set, and I
know,
thought
man.
they were bitching.
I would say I haven't run a set.
Hey,
yet.
I
I'm
was
supposed
talking to
Oh, go ahead.
Kevin about it earlier. We were on a recovery ride or whatever. But yeah, yesterday in those dry conditions, they were really good. They've always been really good. I don't know why I said actually, but in the drier than normal conditions, they were really, really good. And I was expecting a little bit of slippage in some spots, but no, they were hooking up, and I was really pumped because I needed them to hook up where I thought they weren't because of how dry it was, and so yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I really like the Hoosier Tires.
Always going scoop tire at Daytona.
We're going to put that on a promo for Hoosier Tires.
You can
No,
that scoop.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
What?
Scoop? Are you scoop tiring?
Scoop
at
tire
Daytona?
in Daytona? No way.
Heck no way.
It get too high.
I don't think it's worth what you gain in the sand to feel like an absolute squid on the rest of the track.
Yeah, just because of the hard.
Yeah,
base
no
and
way.
Stuff.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, boys, for coming on.
Really? You're not going to let Kevin thank his sponsors either?
Dude, Kevin's on every week.
That
Okay?
doesn't matter.
No.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're good.
If you want to know
Hey,
what Kevin's sponsors are, you go to kevinmoranzracing.com, and you can find out all of them. Okay.
And just fun fact, you could be a sponsor yourself. You have to
Yeah.
join Moranz Racing tab. Thanks, guys.
That's why
That boy, Kev.
you see what we're doing here, Justin. This is a sales funnel to his website.
It is. I do. I see that.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yo, did you see the video on my Moranz Racing page?
No.
Wow, Travis.
You didn't?
No, I have not. No. Boo.
Go look at it right now while we're on the air real quick.
I can't.
And show the guy. Or
I
is
can't.
anybody?
I'm on the phone with
Hang
you
on.
guys. It's
You-
not going to
Cole,
work.
you do
Hang
it.
on, I got.
Cole, do it.
I got.
Oh,
I
that's a
got
bummer.
Sprint, so let's.
Oh my God.
We might be on here.
Is
Well,
that, wait, is
I
that
think
is that the one where there was the
That's
you had the
the-
picture of
that-
like going at the flagger and you were like, let's find out how this ends.
no, yeah, well, no, I'm talking about because you're obviously a sponsor of mine, so like I allowed you to follow me on Moranz Racing
Yeah,
because
see.
only people that are a part of my team get to see that. So
Oh,
you're the only one that will be able to see it.
Oh well,
Yeah.
never mind. Then we can't do it right now because we're on the phone with you.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah. Well, once you get done, check it out, dude. It was it was wild.
All
That's
right.
all I can say.
All right, yeah, I'll go follow. I've
going
seen. I
right
was gonna
at
say I keep seeing the pictures that you are putting up that are like, yeah, go be part of the team and follow us and check out how this ends. And I'm like, man, this doesn't look good. Either picture I've seen so far, this probably doesn't end well.
Yeah, it's exciting, dude. Trust me. So yeah, I mean, go if you're not following already. Request to follow it, and then I'll get you accepted. And yeah, dude, it's pretty wild.
All right, yeah, I'll go do
Request
that.
is
here.
in.
What? You're not gonna get it?
I have access to your account, son.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
Never mind,
accept
then
it.
we're-
I just accepted it.
Wow.
I
Okay.
just accepted
all right.
it.
Pull the video up, Cole.
I got it right here.
Hold on, we're getting this.
All the cool stuff on Moto Aftermath, like that's not cookie cutter. That's me, by the way.
Yeah, that is
You
Cole.
just had to throw that in there.
Are you, this is great radio.
No, here it
What
is.
does it look like? I can't see it, so.
It's a GoPro.
It's a lot better with sound. Just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, this is great. This is great radio. So anyway, yeah. So Kev's got a video. We're watching it. Let me describe this. Okay, cool. Here he goes. He's jumping the rhythm. He's
Ooh, a little Casey
little
case.
Casey case.
Oh, shit.
Flagger. Yes. Oh, that was awesome. Wow.
That's
you
pretty good.
legit
Yeah,
almost
that-
took that guy out. Did you turn around and say sorry to
I
him?
don't. No, did he commented on my post? He's like, "Thanks for not hitting me." I was like, "Bro, thanks for paying attention."
Oh man, that was awesome.
You could have been like that medic.
Yeah, run out in the middle of the track, just get pegged. Oh man, that was awesome.
That's pretty good.
See, well,
I gotta
Yeah,
watch
so
it
that's
again.
perks of being a Patreon.
yeah. So
Yeah,
go
I'm
support
watching
Kev
the-
on the old Patreon there.
Ugh.
Links on KevinMoranzRacing.com. And I'm saying
Yeah,
that right, aren't I? That's
I
the
appreciate.
That's the right website, right?
Yeah,
Okay. I was like, man, I hope I
What?
keep saying this and it's the wrong website. That'd be awesome.
no, just go to KevinMoranz.com and hit join Moranz Racing. It'll take you right there.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, awesome. Well, thanks, boys. I appreciate you coming on. Colton, we'll have you on again for sure, man. And Kev, we will talk to you at some point here in the near future, I'm sure. And if not, we'll chat after Daytona here. See how your 450 Daytona
For sure.
debut goes.
Sound good. I'm excited.
Daytona.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Nice meeting you, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming on.
All right, later, boys.
All right.
All right, so there we are. Just always leave them wanting more. Just hang up before they can say their last words, dude.
I don't think they were gonna say anything.
Okay. All right, so
Is my mic not working? Like, I'm talking and I just got no response sometimes. Or am I just an idiot?
nah, just between.
It's just what happens when you got 5 people.
I
trying
was
to
gonna say
talk at
all
once.
the noise. It's just that's what
Yeah,
it is.
we need to work on entering and exiting conversation.
We don't need to work on shit. We're great. This is the best podcast on
Look at
the
this
on
guy.
the YouTube.
He thinks he gets some interviews.
This guy just
Shit.
doesn't want to be better.
All right, guys.
Start working harder.
Is there anything else we want to talk about here? We've been at this for almost 3 hours now.
Oh,
My legs are falling asleep.
can
It's past my bedtime.
That's right.
Can we talk about Joey Crown almost affecting the
Oh.
outcome of that race?
Oh, that would have been so awesome.
I actually wanted to talk about somebody that I shit on all the time that did actually a lot better. Than
like
the
on their
215.
chest or their face.
Ooh, can I guess?
Can you go for it? Go for it. Who is it? Who do you think?
What class?
250.
He shits on a lot and did pretty well.
Did pretty damn good actually. Now I understand that J Mart and A Mart went down. but
Justin
still-
Cooper.
No, I mean, I don't like Justin Cooper.
You shit
but-
on him all the time.
Yeah, but I definitely don't disrespect.
I don't
Justin
know.
Cooper.
Go ahead. Who is it?
No, I want to see if Cole can get it.
I'm trying to guess.
Dude, if you don't get it, I'm actually gonna be super upset because I am dissing hard on him all the time.
Jordan Smith.
He didn't
Yeah,
even
we
finish
know
the
how
main.
he
I know. That's me.
What? God damn it. What color bike?
Jalik Swole.
Oh, yeah.
A fourth. Running
Quietly
third.
good
I was
ride.
actually going to bring that up and then just completely forgot.
I'm gonna be
since-
real honest with you. He was probably my surprise of the night.
Oh yeah.
He did damn
It
good,
was a
and he
sneaky ride.
didn't look like a squid at all.
No.
Like
You
he
know-
looked good.
You know who I had on my fantasy team all day and wasn't leaving?
Who?
Chris Blows.
He was good, but Kyle
He
Peters.
got tired. Chris
Peters
Blows
is
got
gonna
tired.
Peters.
Peters is gonna Peters.
Peters is good.
Kyle
Peters is
Peters. We always just nobody gives him respect, and he's just always in the top 10 all
Always.
the time.
No, I don't
Always.
sleep on Kyle Peters at all. Never have.
But yeah, I don't know that
Who
250.
are you going to shit on?
If Jalik keeps this up, who am I gonna shit on? That's a good question.
He's gonna keep shitting on Justin Cooper until he wins his title.
Jordan Smith,
Yeah,
probably.
probably. Nah, I'm good with Smitty. Justin Cooper. Yeah, probably.
I'll shit on Jordan Smith.
I don't really care.
Have we heard anything? Is he
No, I don't think anybody has any update. He was already hurt to begin with, so he wasn't 100%.
shocker?
He was
Shocker.
100%.
What was hurt? His wrist? Because it came flying off.
Seems like we
No.
argue about him, and then he proves
I
my
think-
point.
I think his knee is. I think it was his knee.
Hmm.
He's just.
He
I
just
don't know.
needs to
man.
back it down a notch, man.
I mean, no, Smith's gonna Smith.
Yeah, but he
That-
was riding
Jordan
good until he
Smith never
crashes.
change.
Yeah.
Good until he crashes.
Jace Owen kept it on 2 wheels.
That was impressive. He got some good starts last night too.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so before we give our winners for Daytona, let's widen this down and talk about the 250 just a little bit because we didn't really talk about it.
No.
Who, like, I understand Cooper did what he did, and we don't know where J Mart's at, and A Mart was riding good but got hurt. But like, who can you really say is the favorite right now? Because people be like, "Oh, Justin Cooper," but I don't believe that.
I think after last night, you have to say it comes down at this point to those top three: Marchbanks, Cooper, McAdoo, because everybody else is too far out of it.
I'm
at
gonna
this point.
wait on to see if Jeremy Martin comes back because if Jeremy Martin comes back,
He looked
and
damn good in that heat race.
And if he comes back and he's somewhat normal, he.
Do you think he wins that main if he gets a good start like he did in the heat race? Because I do.
I think he stood a chance at winning that main even if he didn't get a good start. If
But
he
that's
just
the thing,
doesn't get fucked up like that.
So, like, that's the thing. So, are we all kind of in agreement that, like, if J Mart actually gets a start, that, like, J Mart is he wins last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't know, Cooper, he rode really good.
That was the easiest race of Cooper's.
But I'm going to be real honest with you. I think if that race doesn't get red flagged, I think McAdoo gets Cooper.
Probably.
I do. I mean, if Whackers doesn't go down.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, in order for Jeremy Martin to win this title now, he's got to win every single fucking race, and I don't see him doing that.
No, but I also don't see Justin Cooper doing it either. So that's why, like, I don't really know who to go with. Like, yeah, Cooper just won the first round, and McAdoo, like, you can't pick him, and Marchbanks, you can't. Like, it's not a situation like with the East.
My problem is that there's too many dudes that can challenge for the win there. That can challenge. Like, okay, this isn't like what we had on the East Coast where it was like, okay, you've got Faulkner.
You had the guys
where Faulkner stays off the ground. It's basically him, Craig, and Nichols battling it out. We're like in this
and
one,
Jet Lawrence could win. And
yeah,
Hampshire could maybe win.
where it's like on this coast, it's like, dude, you have McAdoo, Cooper, Marchbanks. Both Martin brothers will
if
say.
Hunter Lawrence can
Hunter
get
Lawrence.
his shit together.
I mean, you've got
he
6 to 8 dudes that could win a fucking race,
and
they're all the same inconsistency level.
And I'm still here to tell you, and I still believe this, that if Hammaker, when he keeps going and getting more experience,
I was impressed by him.
I was impressed too, and you and I were both on the same page. We were a little shook on the Epstein bar.
And I've been on the whole Hammaker thing, man. Like
this kid, the Epstein bar thing does worry me.
It does.
But this kid is fucking good.
It is. But like I said, and you said you haven't listened to the Coach Rob thing, so you know Coach Rob used to train him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I asked Coach Rob about this when I talked to him, and I said, so my concern with him is the Epstein bar thing.
Yep.
If it starts to flare, and at that point, that's when Rob told me, well, he's not working with me anymore, which that then immediately doubles up my nervousness. Yeah. Because Rob is smart enough to see that happening
he
and
sees
back
it flaring
it down.
Up, backs the training down.
Yeah,
where he's working with Tedesco now. Tedesco's a super smart dude. Okay, I'm not going to take anything away from Ivan because I think he's a super smart dude. He's a nice guy, whatever. But I'm worried that if stuff starts to go sideways, instead of backing it down like we need to, we start training harder, we flare Epstein bar again, and we fuck ourselves for the next year and a half.
It's a big thing, but I also think, though, that Ivan being through this as long as he has, he will know the signs that he may not know the technical
Did Ivan
signs.
get Epstein bar in his career?
I mean, it's coming out more and more that these guys, like the stuff that they didn't understand back in the day, like more of these guys, we had Epstein-Barr virus.
Yeah.
Because Ricky was the first one to ever be diagnosed with Epstein-Barr virus.
They gave him chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah, well, whatever. Same. Anyways, my point is that Hammaker's good, and I'm telling you guys, like, I've been on board with Hammaker for a long time. You guys both know that. I was hyping him up years ago as an amateur. But, like, I was even surprised because we talked about this when we did, he didn't look good in the preseason videos.
Yeah.
And then for him to come out and be as fast as he was in practice and then, like, pace McAdoo the whole heat race and then have enough at the end, like, I'm going to be real honest with you that if this kid gets some confidence rolling and say he gets a heat race win, he ain't winning a championship, but I don't see why he can't win races.
No, I could see that happening.
This year.
Yeah.
Like,
no
for real.
Shit.
I actually believe that. Now, maybe I'm way off base.
I don't see him winning a race,
but,
I don't think.
Dude, the fact that he kept McAdoo after McAdoo passed him, I was thinking, he's going to implode. McAdoo gets around him, he's all pumped up, and then he's just going to let him go, and then he stays with him the whole entire heat race. And I understand it was a heat race, but I think that kid is that good. And the hype is around Voland, and yeah, it sucks what happened to him, and he did good. But Hammaker, like, I think he's proving, even after the way last night went, why Pro Circuit stuck with him this whole entire time.
That was a good show. I was really impressed with him all day.
Kid's the real deal.
I was too.
His whoop speed's not great, but
that's what worries me is the whoop speed thing.
But see, here's the thing though: we go to a track at Daytona that
not gonna have him.
What?
No whoops.
He loves Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand that it's the amateur side of it, but he's just got good juju with Daytona. But yeah, I don't really know. Like, if I'm being honest with you, if not knowing where J Mart's at. As crazy as it is, I think Marchbanks is right now my pick to win this title.
He's very high up there.
I think he is.
I'm telling you,
do.
any one of those three that finished on the box last night, I'm in on.
McAdoo scares me as much as I'd love to see it because he's too up and down. And Cooper, I talk about all the
Cooper,
time.
we just don't know if he's going to fade as the
does
season goes on.
Whereas Marchbanks, dude, he gets a win here, gets a win there, and he gets second and third the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's pissed.
Oh, he is. He's
driven this year. I mean, dude, look at that. Look at the fucking sticker they had all over those bikes.
Oh,
I'm a
well,
comeback.
Did you see his entry?
Brand.
That was on his entry too.
Yeah.
I'm a comeback.
That's a brand.
Oh, that's a brand. That's his brand.
It's an actual thing. It's not just because of him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, that's
not
even
that
cooler.
guy.
Then I didn't know that.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's literally on the side of the semi. If they're really that bitter about it, that's kind of petty.
I mean, it's funny.
It's training. It's
okay.
Interesting.
See, I didn't know anything about that. But yeah, dude, this 250 West though is going to be wild.
Yeah, well, and then how deep is it once you get behind those first like 8 dudes?
I mean, I'm going to be real honest with you, and I don't want to shit on the East because obviously our boy Kevin rides the East, and I think Kevin would have done well. He did really well. But I'm going to be real honest with you.
Look, Kev himself was like, I'm happy I'm on the East.
I mean, dude, when you look at the fact that, like those some of the LCQ guys that didn't make it in, like it was circumstance.
Yeah.
You know, it's not because they weren't riding well. But when you look at the fact that Mumford didn't make it in, and the fact that Castillo didn't make it in, and Jordan Bailey didn't make it in, and you can shit on Sean Cantrell all you want. Sean Cantrell didn't make it in. Carson Brown.
Great.
Okay. Carson Brown didn't make it in. Like, dude, the West is overwhelmingly better than the East is.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I'm taking it back to the I am a comeback thing.
Oh, boy.
If you had to guess what kind of brand it is, what would you guess it is?
Lifestyle. Fitness.
I don't know.
I give up.
Psychological thing?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's we help men gain control of their drinking.
What? You're kidding.
Delivering results and changing lives. I don't know why that's so funny, but
that's not funny that's what
it's like a rehab center.
I think it's funny
it's
that
3 shifts to end binge drinking permanently.
How the hell?
It's like an online rehab.
Okay,
service.
I gotta.
How the hell does that even come into play?
I gotta Okay, I'm gonna be real honest.
Right here, get relief from binge drinking today without going to rehab or AA.
All right, I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Wow.
I'm not trying to make light of that. Like that is pretty cool deal that they have that because they tried doing that with Izzy and Stroop. Like this guy come in and try to help them with their addiction. But I was laughing at the fact. I'm not laughing at that. I want to be real clear about that.
He's a dick.
I'm laughing at the fact
We're
that
getting
that's what. That they don't know that because Lee Diffie was all about that last night, and they don't know what that is. They thought it was just, I'm a comeback because of the pro circuit thing.
That is kind of funny because they definitely were putting that out there like that's what it was.
All right, so Daytona winners. I know it's 2 weeks. Daytona winners.
Marchbanks back to back. No, I'm just
Assume that J Mart is healthy.
J Mart.
I'm going Marchbanks.
Okay.
I really am.
Okay.
He definitely proved something to me last night coming out and getting a third.
Bike's good too.
I'm going to call it a normal supercross
That
track.
kit looks good. Gear,
bike looks
boot,
And then
everything.
Yeah. I like those light blue hubs they're running. Those are cool.
Yeah. The whole situation
You building
is good.
your bike gonna look like that?
I can't afford to do the suspension. What makes you think I need
And I don't see
hubs?
Travis doing white graphics either.
No.
He went from throwing all this money around to not throwing any
The,
money around.
the beginning of the year
winter
has
hit.
not been as spectacular as I thought it might
the
be.
way end of 2020 went.
Yeah. 2020 ended awesome. 2021 did not start great. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's
we're
coming.
We're still up from last year. Like
It's
January was still better than last year January, but was not what I thought it was going to be. So here
send
we
your
are.
parts in. Get them powder coated.
All right, so 450s.
I didn't make my pick yet.
You said Marchbanks.
No.
You
I
know-
was being a smart ass.
Oh,
All right, who
then?
you got then in 250s? Go ahead.
Justin Pooper.
Styles Robertson.
Really?
Jalik Swole.
You think Cooper's going to win?
I mean,
I think he just gets the start, pulls away.
False.
Okay.
That's fake news there.
all right. So, anyways, okay.
I'm not
so
on that. I'm not on that
2
train.
Yamahas: Garrett Marchbanks, Justin Cooper.
It's
All
gonna be a Yamaha.
right.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right. So 450.
Y'all go first.
Who'd you pick?
Oh, 250s. Okay. I can't believe you guys think.
Don't
this
even
is
say Seth Hamaker.
No,
Why
not
has he
Seth
got the
Hamaker.
shit-eating grin on his face right
Because
now?
I can't believe you guys are not like.
He's going to say Jeremy Martin.
No, I'm not actually.
Wow,
I'm gonna
that's
say
impressive.
fucking McAdoo.
No, I'm not. You are. You guys are terrible
Okay,
friends.
who?
You don't know me at all.
Go for it.
Are you kidding me? It's
No.
an outdoor track. It's sand. Hunter Lawrence.
Oh.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
I had my panic button out.
Are you
man.
shitting me?
He will be good, yes.
For real?
I think he'll be good.
If
I don't
there's
think
no
he's gonna
whoops
win.
and there's no rhythm, like actual like triple
well,
stuff.
maybe we should call Nick Gaines and ask him what the whoops are like at Daytona.
But I'm gonna be
Because-
I'm
on
gonna
the
be real
flip
honest with you. I'd have said the same. I'd have said that about Jet if the East, like it'd have been a normal East. Jet would have won Daytona.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I like that pick.
I don't.
switching it.
If this is a
Hunter
normal
Lawrence.
Daytona, not like the 2 years ago where they're rhythm section from one end to the other. This is a normal
I haven't
Daytona.
looked at the map.
Like Daytona last year. Yeah, Hunter Lawrence all day long.
Oh, I don't know if I'm with that.
All right, I'll take Hunter Lawrence.
He's racing his way into
Go to
into
your
it.
450.
here.
Yeah, but this is an outdoor thing though.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him land on the box.
Like I don't disagree with either of your guys' picks, but I just think that if you're going to say Hunter Lawrence is going to win a Supercross, it's going to be Daytona.
Well,
Let's see what you got for 450.
man, I think Kenny gets it.
That'd be cool, especially if the way last year ended.
I mean, it's Tomac's house now.
Yeah,
we
but
can call it that, right?
I don't think.
He's
think
won
this,
what 5?
I don't think this is. I don't think.
But
this
I don't
is
think
Tomac's
it's-
house.
Yeah, but I don't think he's got it this
What about
year.
Bray? It's Braytona. It's Braytona.
I'm on the Brayton
I'm
thing.
hard out.
I know that was a joke.
I'm gonna go. It's gonna be between Kenny and Marv.
And if you were leaning
Marv
one way,
has always been very quick at Daytona.
even
just,
the 250 date.
just
Yeah,
bad luck.
and even a couple years ago, like he had the speed to win, and he just crashed. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Well, that and then he's just had bad luck, shitty starts, weird
But if you were
crashes.
leaning one way,
If I'm leaning, I'm right in the middle. But if I had to lean somewhere, I'd go Kenny.
all right. Well, I got a red bike, but it's not a Honda.
Oh, Justin Barcia.
Interesting.
huh?
Justin Barcia.
Really?
And this is gonna be an interesting test for him because if that bike comes out and it handles good right away, I don't know, man. I'm just right now. Everybody's talking about Coop and Kenny, but I'm on the Barcia thing. I think the fact that he's riding this well, and I think Daytona will be a good barometer of how good that bike actually is under stressful situations. And I don't know, man. I think that if he comes out and he's feeling it in practice, I think he's gonna win, and I think he's gonna do it pretty convincingly. Because I don't think Eli's gonna. I bet Eli's not even on the podium.
I can't argue that, but
I
at the
guess
same
we're
time,
gonna find out.
At the same time, it would not shock me if he just comes out and dominates.
Well, how about Zach Osborne? I mean,
I still think he could win a race this year, but I'm so far off the.
Daytona would be the one though, wouldn't it?
You would think, but then what the fuck did he win last year? Salt Lake City.
Yeah, but once again,
7?
that was once again. I think that he lucked into that too.
Hell.
I would say that I was gonna pick AC before he decided to kill himself in the whoops again. I was legit. I was ready to come on here today and be like, "Look, AC's gonna win Daytona," and then he decided to do what he did, and
And now he's just gonna
I
watch
don't
it
even
from
think
his
he's gonna
couch.
be there. So
Yeah.
So, let's go surprises. Who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise at Daytona?
both classes or just 450s?
Let's just do both classes.
Ooh, 250s. Seth Hammaker.
Okay.
But 450s, your guy Chase Sexton.
Yeah.
I thought he was. I was trying.
You were
to
gonna say. You thought I was gonna say Max Anthony.
Yeah,
didn't you?
that's what I was
Yeah,
trying
you
to
tried to
bait him
bait me
into.
into
I
that
looked
shit.
right up at
Yo,
that number plate,
listen,
and
man,
I was
kiss
like,
my ass.
I want to hear him say it.
The old Justin of freaking out about stuff. It's over with.
I'll go with Sexton. Will surprise everyone.
250s though.
That's a good question.
I want to know where that 9 pounds went. You're training your ass off to be on a 450, and then you decide you're going to lose 9 more pounds just because you got hurt.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I think that there might have been a mix-up with what he was saying. I think
You think he gained 9 pounds?
I think he misspoke because that doesn't make any sense. Anybody who has any idea of training, that Chase was already a thin guy to begin with. Like it's not like Chase
Yeah, I
was
don't know.
overweight.
I don't know about that.
Weird.
250 class.
Just as weird as
shocker.
him listening to Taylor Swift.
Chase Sexton listens to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. He came right on TV and was like, yeah, I listen to Taylor Swift.
He would.
And I was like,
Weird.
He would.
I'm never going to be a fan.
He would.
I don't know in the 250 class, man.
Dylan Schwartz.
Yeah, Dylan Schwartz.
No,
gonna
that's
come
actually
out.
really, really good.
It is. Colton Eigenmann. I definitely mispronounced his name. I've been doing that for a long time.
Good
Is it
job,
Eigenmann
buddy.
or Eggman?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
You don't know
I
Colton's
don't
last name, how to say it?
No.
I don't want to be a super dick
Did you hear
here.
me ask him? No. What happened?
I don't want to
We
be a
got him on
super
the
dick,
line.
but
You
is
two
he
started
foreign?
firing off
Colton?
shit.
No, man. He's a Florida kid.
Oh, he had like a bit of an accent, did he not?
A little bit, yeah. I thought
Yeah,
you
but
did too.
no, man. He's a Florida kid.
I don't know.
I watched that kid ride a lot as an amateur. Yeah,
Nice.
He's good. He's always been pretty good.
Okay, let's wrap this up though.
All right.
It's not I'm tired. I need to go to bed. So, you got a surprise for the 250 class?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeff Walker makes the main.
Oh god.
Oh my
Is he
God.
going?
No, he's not going.
I was gonna say I think he's out on Supercross. I've been watching his vlogs.
Yeah,
he's
he's
out.
Jerry Robin.
He's completely out. He said
It took
he
one
said
crash.
Arlington or something now. But yes, Jerry Robin will make the main.
Cody Shock.
Cody Shock will do well.
Cody Shock. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw that out there. Cody Shock's gonna be my surprise for Daytona.
I think his results last night did not show actually how good he is.
I don't think so either.
He's gonna be good.
He was surprisingly good last
that
night.
bike looks good too.
I think he's gonna be surprisingly good in Daytona.
And I hate giving credit to Michael Lindsay, but that bike looked good.
Mm-hmm. So,
Mumford's looks good too.
all right. Hey, let's put a bow on this then. Well, that's been
Thank
another
God.
episode of the Moto Aftermath
Say
show.
hang on.
No,
What?
No, I said thank God.
Oh, I thought you said hang on. I was like, God, what?
Wait,
now?
hang on.
It's been another episode of the Moto
Language.
Aftermath
Language.
show presented by. Would you two shut the hell up?
Language.
Jesus.
Wrap it
Christ.
up. Can I thank my sponsors?
No.
Cowboy
No.
Kev.
I want to thank my sponsors.
This has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath show presented
Language.
by TLR Coatings and Premier
Language.
Custom Trailers. Also want to thank JT Cycles and the Dirt Bike Depot
Cycle,
for coming
there's
on
no
board
S.
with us. What?
Cycle. There's no S.
Not cycles with a Z.
Why would it be singular?
JT Cycle.
Why would it be singular? They only sell one bike.
Because that's just how it's been.
That's
JT
stupid.
Cycle.
Language.
They need to change it.
I think it's
Anyway, thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to everybody who came on. Matt Hubert, Kevin Moranz, Colton Eigenmann.
you did. Is that how you say it?
I don't know. I did. Did you hear me ask him? Again,
It's
they
like
get on the phone and
it's
what
like
the hell happened?
E-I-G-E-N-M-A-N-N.
What the hell happened?
All right, wrap this up. I'm
You
hungry.
two fucking jumped down my throat about shit.
I'm hungry. Wrap it up.
So thanks for tuning in. I don't think we're gonna. Are we gonna have a show next week?
Possibly. All right, let's do the Gary Bailey thing.
Live in
Always.
wonder. We may have a show next week. We may not.
Did you
We're
just
not
say
sure
live
yet.
in wonder?
Yeah, live in wonder. We don't
No,
know.
you got to figure out how to put a TV up here.
We
so
may have a
can
show
do
in the
damn
off week.
thing.
I guess we're gonna watch it on the iPad if we're gonna do it. That's the only way we're gonna do it. I mean, at least I got a full size iPad. It's not like, yo, put my phone up here.
Boo.
So maybe a show next week. Maybe not. I don't know. Live in wonder. If not, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks after Daytona. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.